All right. Here we go again. So, the stuff I was telling you about earlier was a week. Autopsy, Black Hole teamed up. Autopsy revealed a secret identity. Black Hole defeated a super gorilla. Black Hole and Autopsy went down and explored Trutin's abandoned base, looking for a sample to restore the device to find Evie, which they retrieved. Autopsy was sucked into the bottled city of Hartford, Connecticut, of which he has not escaped from. And that was the end, the 26th. After that, Gadgeteer, Eryn, and Pandora also had their own adventures. Pandora investigated organized crimes, dealt with some stuff that happened at a broadcast that she went to. And Eryn and Gadgeteer found out that the city was being attacked by magma blasts. A city in Scotland was being attacked by magma blasts, and they went to save the town, and Gadgeteer went underground to go put an end to it. The next day, March 27th, Pandora and Eryn were the two actors of this one. They learned about the Safe Housing for All Act, which was being used to evict mutants as... It specified that people who had superhumans, as I believe the terminology that was used, were not allowed to live with other people. And there is dispute over whether the term superhumans includes mutants, and it's being used that way in a lot of situations. Meanwhile, Pandora fought against gangsters. She fought against Esmond and had quite a bit of difficulty as he had a mild vacuum portal power. Eryn researched how to save Doctor Strange, went to Atlantis, and then to Thought-Core. There at Thought-Core, he fought a giant green gorilla that he had faced once before in King War. He got eaten. But he escaped after he was able to break through the anti-magic cuffs that were put on him.
My favorite part of that was when he went to the king and was like, "Could you help me?" And the king said, Eryn, my sworn enemy." And Eryn was like, "Oh no, I can't remember who you are."
That was my favorite part too.
Eryn is the perfect person for not knowing his villains.
Yes, happens quite a bit.
Yeah, because you guys probably wouldn't remember, but in Kang Dynasty, there was a situation where a bunch of underground mermaid men, led by Atuma, came up to the surface. Do you remember this, Jordan? And they had a giant green gorilla that attacked, and Eryn knocked him out with it by dropping all the ranks in his telekinetic blast.
It sent him flying.
Yeah, back when dropping ranks was the OG dropping ranks, and I could hit ship 250.
Yeah, you could drop all of the ranks and shoot with like an excellent psyche.
You one-shotted a bunch.
Plus, also at that point in time, we didn't apply the penalty. We didn't apply the penalty to everybody, so like all of your attacks afterwards.
Mm-hmm. There's just like a one every time.
Yeah, so it was just for the attack roll. So it was a little broken.
A little bit.
After he got eaten, he was able to escape. But he thought that Thought-Core seemed like a reasonable place to find the information he was looking for, so he intends to return.
Like undersea kingdom?
Yeah, it's an undersea city that's ruled by Atuma and his dude. What were the name of those guys again? I'll figure it out later. It was a specific subset of Atlanteans.
Basically, like the non-pretty looking ones. It's kind of shitty that way.
Yeah, sort of. Except for they look exactly like the normal Atlanteans. They just like are wearing like barbarian armor.
They're like the Scottish version of them. Yeah.
Let's see. Skarka. The Skarka. Where did my pen go? There it is. Alright, then, that same day, which doesn't make a lot of sense,
Yeah.
but we're going to say it's the 28th instead, Gadgeteer and the problem is Pandora has been here for, like, everything. Gadgeteer and Pandora, had some adventure. Oh, no, I wrote Pandora, but I meant to write Pangaea. Okay, now this all makes sense. Okay, so this was the day before again. We're flipping backwards and forward in time. Gadgeteer was amongst the Magma Men in their teleported world of Crystallium. And there, he faced off against a number of Magma Men. He had a lot of difficulty being a normal man who was very vulnerable to magma. And with high-tech devices that were also modestly vulnerable to magma. But then, swooping down from the heavens, and by heavens I mean the upper part of the cave, Pangaea dropped in. Pangaea proves to be essentially invulnerable with the perfect power set to defeat Magma Men. Maybe the best matchup of hero versus villain I have ever seen in any of our games of Marvel. I say maybe because I can't remember a better one, but I don't think there's ever been a better set.
I swear Pangaea is such a dark horse. He just comes out and just, like, absolutely owns anything he's doing.
So, he swooped in and proved basically invulnerable because his heat power gave him amazing resistance, or better, to heat and fire. And his earth control power allowed him to control the very bodies of the Magma Men. And he could dig through their tunnels and move off the magma. And he's incredible powers of body resistance, matched with his basically true invulnerability to any sort of fire, and proved that nothing they could do could injure him. So, and since he could control their very bodies made out of earth and rock, he just picked them up and flung them around like rag dolls. It was a pretty one-sided beatdown, but he at the very end he chose to evacuate Gadgeteer, who was badly injured. And while they did that, they looked back in horror as the ally of the leader of the Crystal Warriors, who had come to defeat the Magma Men and the Lava Men, who are the Magma Men who had claimed Crystallium, were defeated as Crystar was killed in a sudden betrayal by Gortok, the leader of the Lava Men. It was a very complicated little scenario. And then he killed Crystar's brother, who had helped betray and overthrow Crystar, and the magician behind Crystar's brother, whose Crystar's brother was Moltar, and slain everyone who would dare oppose his claims to the throne. He sent Crystallium back into its alternate dimension, with him as the only meaningful force of power left. Yes, so they left. And then on March 28th, Eryn went to meet Waylon the Smith. Pangaea inspected his business. Were you there? Last time we played Speed?
Yeah, that was where Waylon the Smith was, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't even write down anything about that one. Yeah, but you spent the whole time investigating him, didn't you?
Well, I spent a fair amount. Like, he wasn't abducted. Like,
oh yeah, and then you guys
voluntarily wherever he went.
Yeah.
So I just left him a note and a way to contact me.
And then you guys all met up. Yeah. Okay.
Right, because Eryn took away the one villain who got put behind bars right as the other person plummeted to the ground. So.
Yes. Alright, so Eryn went to meet Raylan the Smith to get his armor repaired as it was badly damaged from getting eaten. I need to write down your names on there. I don't know why I didn't do that time.
Who ate you, Eryn? What?
The gorilla. This has only been 2 days since Autopsy got sucked into the portal.
Yeah. Lots going on.
Then meanwhile, Pangaea inspected his business, found that there's a deadline looming, a deal with Archotech, which was a former subsidiary of Roxxon Oil, Roxxon Energy, now that it's rebranded itself. Pandora investigates Pangaea, sees a careening bus, saves the people on the bus. Pangaea deals with the business issues and feels pulses of seismic activity. He leaps across town and sees a lab glowing. Meanwhile, Eryn has investigated Wayland's activities and plans to go back to Thought Core, teleports back to his home. Pangaea watches what happens and rushes in to save anybody in the glowing lab. He sees that the name of the lab is the Quantum Nexus Research Facility. Inside, he sees the origin of Amelia Turner, who becomes the Quantum Guardian, a hero of sorts, as she faces off against the person who sabotaged her place, whose was Venomix, and believed to be the Dr. Victor Malagor.
This is a Power Rangers episode now. What the hell's going on?
No, he literally watched the origin story of a new superhero and participated in it, teamed up with her.
She's called the Quantum Guardian?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
She got her powers from a quantum entanglement event that it was happened in her physics lab.
So what does that mean? Can she kill people with numbers or something?
She produces quantum energy.
I believe that was the case, but I do not even remember what her powers were. I think I forgot to write them down.
Resistance to heat.
That's true, yeah. I believe she had energy manipulation powers.
What is quantum energy? Is that like the quantum realm?
No. It's just like physics energy.
Oh.
Besides, there's a lot of quantum stuff in Marvel, like the quantum bands. Look them up. She probably has power. She has powers similar to those.
Alright, that's cool.
Alright. Yeah, and the rival who sabotaged the lab, both of them escaped. Quantum Guardian left, and then there was the members of the Acolytes that attacked a protest that Pangaea was attending against the Safe Housing for All Act. Meanwhile, and they were there to kill the speaker and parliamentarian. Call it.
There was Pandora who was there. Pangaea arrived with Eryn because you guys were going to a museum or something.
Oh yeah, that is. I said it right. Parliamentarian. The parliamentarian.
Yeah.
Carly Reynolds.
Is she the one that was killed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm making a note. An old Acquaintance who
I'm reading about
Alright.
these quantum bands. They're basically just like a debug mode for comics. You can do whatever you want with them.
I know. Cosmic powers.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
All right. So the members of the Acolytes attack. There was Amelia Vaught Delgado, who got arrested. Kamal Sinyaka, and that immediate attack against the three heroes for the that attack was somewhat successful, even though Delgado was arrested by Eryn after knocked out. Eryn teleported in, popped him into prison, but they could not. At the same previously, Carly Reynolds had disappeared, and they couldn't find where she was. So they continued to fight and try to save the members of the crowd. Then she started to. But what had happened was she was grabbed and teleported high into the sky. As she plummeted down to the earth, no one was able to recognize her or see her. And then she, mostly because of bad rolls for the intuition rolls, both times. And then as she approached the ground, everyone had acted except for Pangaea, who probably should have gotten a chance to do something, but I accidentally skipped him. And she hit the ground and died. So, there was a number of incidents there that made the awareness of where Carly Reynolds had gone lacking. But the heroes had done their best. Still, that wasn't good enough for the media personalities, and as such, there was a concerted media attack against the three heroes, Eryn, Pangaea, Pandora, for the death of Carly Reynolds and their failure. But despite all that, the three heroes are now familiar with each other, as Eryn, Pangaea, Pandora have all met up.
Party on.
And here we are on March 29th. I was going to switch over to this other book right here, but because look at this one. Like, those are the pages I've glued / taped back in. The whole thing is like crap, but we are pretty close to the end of this book, and I've been using it for a long time, so I feel somewhat connected. Alright, so we got Pangaea, Pandora, Eryn, and Autopsy, with our observer, who has played Gadgeteer. So, we will start with you, Autopsy. We'll just go with Autopsy, and we'll go in the order of the people I'm seeing on the screen. Autopsy, Pangaea, Eryn, Pandora, and then back to the top. So, Autopsy. You are in a somewhat bustling city. You've been in here. We're just going to say you've been in here for the last couple days. There's a number of open buildings. Everything is well maintained and orderly. You see a number of people and figures moving across this place, all orderly and systematically. The maintenance is being kept, and everything is being kept up to date. The city is underpopulated for what it is, but there is a constant workflow of individuals who are keeping everything maintained. This is the city center of Hartford, Connecticut, a city that you weren't very familiar with until the catastrophic destruction of it.
That Autopsy's greatest failure.
Yes, and there is a city center here, but on the outskirt there seems to have been a large number of farms and other things provided that have been quickly used to grow food. Time has passed. It has been a couple days here, and you have come to the realization over this period of time that, and it is quite easy to make this realization, many of the people here are androids of sorts. Highly advanced and sophisticated androids that maintain the whole of the society. While there seems to be a core of humans that are making the decisions and living their life. Most people are living a fairly normal and typical life here, but they are still trapped within this bottled city, miniaturized.
Are people aware that they're trapped within the city?
Yes, you can look out and see the fact that you're in a bottle.
Okay. And that, like, psychologically doesn't seem to damage people, or they've, like, gotten over it? Is it like android counselors that help people?
They're not android counselors. The androids are, like, the most basic of basic, but they are very sophisticated in terms of jobs and maintenance.
They're not breaking down.
Yeah.
They're just keeping everything going.
Yeah, what they seem to be doing is that they are maintaining the city as it is.
Yeah.
And that seems to be about it.
And then over the course of the 2 days, I think what Autopsy would try to determine is this like the real Hartford, Connecticut that was somehow like shrunk down, or is this like a replacement Hartford, Connecticut?
This is the real Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
But you don't know how many people are here, but you do notice that the androids themselves are not like providing farm labor or anything like this. So anything that wasn't originally part of the city or has changed has been definitely the work of the humans. And the workmanship's a little bit more shoddy. There is a certain amount of goods that they seem to be accessed for somehow. You're not sure where it's coming from. But the population of humans is far too small for what the city of Hartford was. You don't know how many people are here because it's hard to tell, but it's small. People are still driving cars though around the city. It's a substantial area. It's probably about 30 miles of land inside this bottle.
Okay, so it really is like Hartford, and then this basically everything that Futon nuked.
No,
because he something bigger. Yeah, he blew up.
A much smaller area. Yeah, it's the downtown, the center of. There's this like massive spire of buildings and tall buildings, and then there's just a bunch of what looks to have been grassy fields and forests, which you don't know where those came from. And a lot of the grassy fields have been turned into farmland. But not all of them. A large portion of them are not.
Okay. Is there like, and over the course of the 2 days, is there like, there's like social order. Is there like the mayor's office and stuff? Like, I guess I would want to know, like, do people have any understanding of events that happened outside the bottle, or is it just self-contained here? They've only
It's totally
aware of. It's
totally self-contained. There's a little news station that's operating, a little television station. You got like 3 channels, But they have like a town council and a mayor that they have elected, and a city council, and honestly, everything's relatively peaceful.
Okay, that's good. Well, I mean, maybe they want to just stay in the bottle. Does Ralph have the ability to?
I assume you've been going around as Ralph Fontaine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he took off the armor and whatever, because they don't know. I mean, to them, they don't even know who. Well, no one knows now.
No one knows.
Like, they didn't know who Ralph Fontaine was, anyways.
Yeah, and there's enough people around here that nobody really looks at you funny. So.
Okay.
Even though you're a new person in a city that's been isolated for years.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe there's some folks.
So that means there must be a substantial number of people here. But again, like 250,000 people or so lost their lives in that attack. So.
Yeah, didn't we determine that it was like the second or third most catastrophic loss of life in human history, like in a singular event?
No. I mean, in real world, it would be yes. But in Marvel world, no, not even close.
I thought you said in Marvel that, like, Kang War was worse. Like, that was
Easy.
it.
Easy. But there's been other ones, yes.
Is there? Okay. That's nice. I thought that Ralph was
Yeah,
thinking,
I
like,
mean,
responsible for Hiroshima.
It might be in like the top 25.
Wow.
what would Doctor Doom's nuclear holocaust that we fixed?
Oh, that's true.
That would have been like 2 or 1, probably first.
What about the Isle of Man getting absorbed by a child?
That was also in the Doctor
The
Doom
nuclear
nuking
holocaust.
attack.
Yeah. I know. Goodbye, Isle
Stop
of Man.
sticking your tongue out.
Nice knowing you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that...
But there's been a lot of really bad mass destruction events in the Marvel world, right? So, like the genocide on Genosha was probably worse. It's up there though. I mean, it's worse than anything that's happened in Ireland or the UK.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's worse than World War II and the nuclear bombs.
No, it's not.
I thought that Nagasaki and Hiroshima together had like 200,000 people who died. Not, I mean, like, at one time. I'm not talking about the effects afterwards.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about it, like, there would probably been a substantial number of people that lived in the blast. But let's see. The estimate, the damage, Hartford, Connecticut's population is 250.
Oh, okay. So not everybody was there.
And not everybody was killed. I mean, it was pretty substantial. Oh wait, I think I'm way overestimating the number of people who died. The city of Hartford is 120,000. Oh, that was the metropolitan area, wasn't it? No,
Yeah, you said metropolitan area.
2 million. That's 1.2 million. So maybe 250 is about the number. So that's about the same as the nuclear bomb attacks.
That's pretty bad. We're not going to a guy's Christmas party. That's pretty bad. Yeah, Autopsy hasn't gotten a lot of sleep over these years.
Alright, so
okay,
now that
so
we're done discussing the atrocities that were committed.
I think what Ralph would try to do is, kind of roam around the city, take the temperature of everybody. Like, do they like this? Are they doing okay? I think he feels like an overwhelming sense of...
That would be incredibly suspicious. But I mean, they all seem to be normal people, so.
No. When I say take the temperature, I meant like socially. Just like, hey, how are you? Like, putting thermometers in people's mouths.
I'm pretty sure that if people were trapped for 8 years, not able to leave a single city, they would probably want their freedom.
Basically, if they're like a little coffee shop and everyone around it is like, I like being in the bottle.
Yeah, if one person wants their freedom, you can't keep them imprisoned. Like, that's my thought process.
No.
I mean, it's not really that much different than what you would have lived in a society before the 19th century, the 20th century, you know? So, you would have never left a 30... I mean, it's a 30-mile radius, right? So you're 60-mile diameter. Leave.
And it's actually pretty crazy even today how many people don't leave a 30-mile range.
Yeah.
I saw something about that.
You're just too loud. Even
in, like, the...
Yeah, so you guys can... I mean, you the general assessment is that it's not... I mean, people just seem to be going about their lives.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can make an appointment.
You need some census data to maybe come to some wider trends.
Yeah. I'll go to like City Hall and kind of pour over the records. Like
honestly,
available.
I mean, you could probably just the society is pretty much a normal modern day society. So I mean, you just go to the library and you still get on the internet, but none of the census data or anything's been updated. So they don't have enough time to have established their own census and bureau and the like.
Right. I'll try and make an appointment with the mayor's office and say that I am an individual from the outside who we finally discovered the world. We finally discovered them, and I'd love to talk to the mayor about like the implications. And maybe he'll go for it, maybe he won't. But I'm going to try and go through the proper channels before I like.
Okay. You call in and you're like, I'd like to set up an appointment with the mayor, and they're like, okay, what day?
Oh, it's true because he doesn't have. Whenever he's tomorrow.
Okay. We got time around 2, 3 o'clock.
Perfect. I'll be here.
Okay.
Huh. And then I think he'll go out and he'll like. Is there like a bike share? Can you rent a bike and just kind of pedal around the city? Take it in. Like, man, I never thought I was ever going to see this place again. Wow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He gets kind of emotional, I think, as he drives around and is like, holy smokes.
Everything it's on. You're driving through, and everything is like a pristine, well-established building. But there's a really unsettling feeling as you ride through the city. As you can tell, many of the buildings are just totally uninhabited. But even like buildings that you probably would imagine were run down and kind of desolate at one point in time, you can tell they've been like remodeled and brought up to like new standards, even though they look like an old style.
Yeah, it's like pristine Cleveland, but still nobody's in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like even like you see like what was probably like a rundown old like corner convenience store with the metal bars that through the windows that keep like somebody from throwing a brick through their glass, and instead of being like kind of rusty in spots and like a little dirt on the edge, it's like clean. The metal bars look like they've been recently replaced, and like the cinder blocks on one side that probably you could see there was some sagging from in the ground, like the ground is kind of settled, but they like somebody's come through and pushed back up the ground and put it under to keep the building from sliding.
And then people aren't wigged out by the androids. They seem to be okay with them. Just kind of stay out of their way.
Yeah. The androids look like people. They're just regular people, but they operate continuously. They got 24 hours a day. So.
Okay.
And they don't. If you try to talk to a person that is an android, you tell quickly they're an android because they're like, "Hello, what can I do for you?"
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
but
like
they don't look like iRobot kind of androids. They're not like humanoid.
No, they look like synthezoid, or what are they from Blade Runner called?
The replicants.
Replicants. They look like replicants.
Okay. All right. Slightly off. Okay.
No, they don't look off at all. They look entirely like people. They got like if you pull up their hair, they got like a charging port in the back of their head.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of the first Blade Runner, but even in that, they look like people. Okay. All right. Very good.
All right. So you're on your bike ride, taking a look around. Pangaea, what do you want to do?
This is the aftermath of the dropping of the person and everything, right?
Yep.
Guess I'm gonna head back to my secret lair and try to.
Have you and Eryn and Pandora spoken, or did we talk much after that incident? You guys.
Very briefly.
We closed the session by talking about what powers Pandora had.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We went back and he was telling us about himself.
So did you guys have any plans or anything you wanted to take part of?
I mean, I just learned that this person has the power to make flesh and blood. So I was going to try and broach the subject of trying to create a body.
Yeah, why don't we pick up there then? Okay, so you guys, Pangaea, Pandora, and Eryn, you guys are standing on the buildings nearby. You know what? No. You know what? You've come to an agreement to meet the next day in the afternoon at the Isle of Man base.
Yep.
Okay, and at the Isle of Man base, Pandora, you were teleported in, picked up by Eryn. Pangaea, you had your private jet drop you off. And you guys are all kind of meeting together. Gadgeteer is there. He waves to you guys all and like sets up the conference room and is like working on a spare team jet that he's been fixing up. And then he's like, if you need me, let me know. And sends you off. 1 second. Okay, that's fine. Get out. See ya. Oh, okay. Bye. Maya, come back and get your shoes. Get your shoes. You hear me. Come here. Alright. So, you guys have just come to, I assume, discuss Speed's plan. So, go for it.
Well, what first happens is
You take your
Pandora
pineapples.
goes, right, okay,
Pineapple.
thank
Take your
you
pineapple.
for seeing me today. So we've got to stop the Pangaea, the London gang, from destroying any more people's lives.
I mean, yes, I would love to help stop that. And in fact, we can get started on that right away. But we also have something time sensitive on our end that you can help us with, if you're willing.
If I can help.
So, hear me out.
Eryn, while you're about to have this conversation, your familiar appears before you from your house. The water familiar.
Yep.
And he says, "Master, I have finally transferred the objects and spoken to Wong. Everything you need to be the Sorcerer Supreme is in place." He telepathically speaks to you since he's a water monster. And you'll now be alerted to all of the incidents incoming as the new Sorcerer Supreme.
Wait, how did he become Sorcerer Supreme?
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he says that still.
So I look a little confused because I'm not the Sorcerer Supreme.
I know, he says that.
Well, thank you for moving things, but what do you mean the new Sorcerer Supreme?
As he's just like staring at this thing, having a telepathic conversation, Pandora just looks over to Pangaea and goes, the water guy, are you guys like weirdly related? Are you like opposing powers? How does this work? I'm sorry, I'm not really familiar with.
He says,
I look at him and I say, "Oh."
He says, Dr. Doom has disappeared from this realm.
Okay, but shouldn't the Vishanti have reached out to me? Like, who told you I was the Sorcerer Supreme?
Why are you hearing this from your water servant?
He shakes his head. Wong gave me the things. He didn't know what else to give them to. There has been no call for competition, though, Master. I mean, have you heard of one?
No. But thank you for the warning that Dr. Doom is currently not watching over the realm. I will do what I can with that knowledge.
Go take over that area, baby.
I like how Jordan's first idea is to go take over over a different country.
Campaign, your boss sucks. Where is he?
I'm sure that won't cause any problems once once he comes back.
Yeah. Go steal his throne. We did it once before.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
so
All
continue your conversation.
Yeah. So I dismiss my servant and say keep everything as protected as possible. Let me know immediately if there's an issue.
You
Because I
can
know that.
you can summon the servant at any point and anywhere now. It's one of the benefits.
Okay. Okay.
His
Gotcha.
powers are greatly weakened outside of your home, but
Well, I think they just fade over time away from home.
yes, but I think he has to be summoned at your home and then. Don't worry about it.
Okay, got it. All right. So wait, like I'm actually the Sorcerer Supreme right now? Should I?
I don't know.
update
It
any of
doesn't.
my-
It doesn't. It feels a little weird.
Okay.
Don't just went off for vacation.
Pandora, still talking to Pangaea, goes, so do you have like a fire guy as well? Like,
Eryn,
is that
you
a-
didn't get the Eye of Agamotto, which is the symbol of the Sorcerer Supreme.
What?
So-
What did you say?
You didn't get the Eye of Agamotto, which is the symbol of the Sorcerer Supreme. So,
Okay, gotcha. So understood. So, please pardon the interruption. I just got disturbing information from my familiar. I'm a spirit tamer.
There's like a frown. She's like, right, whatever.
I didn't say it was magic.
Don't you have like a wizard staff in your hands?
It's a staff. It could be any type of staff.
people dress up as wizards who aren't wizards.
I'm not going to judge how he dresses, even if it's dumb.
Isn't he like referred to as Ireland's Sorcerer Supreme or something?
No, nobody knows I'm a wizard.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
remember?
right. Yeah.
We covered that up.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm a wizard. They just think
Right.
I'm like a weird
Sorry,
Iron Man who can do everything.
Right. I'll stop.
Okay, so this is gonna sound like a lot, but have you ever tried creating a human body from an existing person's DNA?
She kind of like blanches at that, going, no.
Because we need a vessel for somebody's soul that is trapped.
Nobody really. Doctor Strange has a very low popularity score, so most people wouldn't know of him. In the magical realm, he has 100, right? And to people who are magicians, it's 100. But outside of that, in the real world, it's like 10.
Right, he doesn't show up and fight people in the public. He's always fighting demons, like, in realms.
But she's like, no, I've never tried doing a clone a person. I mean, it's a little. She
So,
seems to completely ignore the soul part, and she's the cloning part.
I forget, can I take people into the astral plane with me?
Yeah, that's like a normal wizard thing.
Okay, so I'm like, do I have your permission to show you something?
I don't know.
It's going to feel uncomfortable.
As uncomfortable as the ethical implications of clothing?
I want to help you understand something.
She's a little suspect.
I like how you dodged the question that she asked.
You haven't said yes or no. It's on whether you've tried to clone a human.
No, she said no.
Yeah, no,
Oh, gotcha.
never tried that. She looks to Pangaea to see if, like, his reaction to this.
Well, Pangaea probably doesn't even know what I'm doing. He's probably just as curious as you are.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening. Like,
What's Pangaea's? What's Pangea? Pangea, what's your popularity?
I think it just took a hit. I think I'm at 5.
Okay, so you don't really know who Pangaea is either. Honestly, you may have heard of Pangaea if you keep up with business-related stuff. He's fairly famous.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Eryn, you know of, I guess. He's a famous superhero.
Yeah. But maybe he's some sort of conspiratorial dark superhero or something. I'm starting to suspect.
Well, to be fair, I did ask your permission. I could just yoink you.
Yeah.
You have met one person who betrayed the superhero society, so.
But she goes, "All right, fine. Show me what's important about this."
Okay, so I put my hand on your shoulder and I yoink you into the astral plane. And so you realize that you're out of your body.
Yeah, you watch your body drop to the ground, and then you enter a realm of where everything's kind of grayed out, and you're floating there.
Yeah. She looks around going, "You just killed me."
That might be your first impression, but you are not dead, and neither am I. And you can tell that I look the same as you, almost ghost-like.
Here you guys go. Here's a picture of Professor Xavier and Magneto fighting in the astral plane.
Oh, sick.
So, you and I, have the extreme convenience of knowing exactly where our body is, and I can return you to it at any moment.
Actually, you have no idea where your body is, except for... you do, Eryn, but, I mean, she doesn't have any connection to her own body.
Yeah, but can't we see the room
Yes.
with the bodies in them?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is we can see our bodies, we know where they are, we can return to them.
Yeah.
I know someone whose body was destroyed while they are currently as we are now. And without that, they will slowly go insane.
See. So you phased someone between reality.
I mean, I didn't
know where to
do
return.
that. They were... I don't know the whole specifics. I lie, because whatever. But they are currently trapped, and they will lose themselves if they do not have their body to return to.
And I see, and in order to phase back the proto-substance, they need the genetic body. Okay, I understand.
And that is why I'm asking if that's something you would be willing or able to help us with.
Now, you phase us back in. I appear to have fallen on the floor. Pangaea, what are you doing? I just collapsed onto the floor.
Yep, so I put you back, and then I...
Turns you over so you don't vomit and choke yourself.
Yeah, so you're in the safety position, resting with one arm out and one arm holding your body up. But yeah, no, I put you back in to your body.
Checks it off, going, okay. That's a dangerous phasing ability, I see.
Well, that's why I asked your permission first. You weren't in any danger because we knew exactly where you were. Well, I mean, you weren't in any more danger than you normally would be from, falling.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you watched your body slowly, fall to the ground, right? So, by the time you were back in your body, it hadn't even hit the ground.
Alright. But yeah, she just looks to Eryn for a moment and goes, "You say danger a lot."
Well, have you looked at what happened yesterday? There's danger in what we do.
Don't remind me. Awful situation. But, well, I'll have to see if it's even possible. If they don't have a body, do you have any of their genetics I could try to study? I'm not sure if I can. I've never tried to study just something's genetics before.
We can get it for you.
We'll be right
I
back,
assume
guys.
Clea has like a hairbrush.
Yeah.
So you're willing to help us in return for us helping you with the problem that will probably, to be frank, there will always be gangs and there will always be criminals. So we will have a band-aid for these specific gangs, but someone will always rise up.
What they're doing is awful, and some of those gangs are linked to much worse stuff. But yes.
Understood. I fought the Green Goblin.
No, I don't think you
Or the
have,
hobgoblin.
but I guess you can say that anyways.
What?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. When's Eryn ever said the truth, you know?
He doesn't know the difference.
Say that. Yeah, I'll say the Green Goblin. Why not?
All right, yeah. She'll agree to that.
Okay. So, this leaves us with a lot of research on both sides. If you will continue researching your gang, here is your way to contact me at any time. If you tell me where you are, I can get there in seconds.
Great, thank you.
And I'll get you some DNA. You're in school, right? I guess this will be like more homework.
University, thank you. But yes, I'll get back to you with whether this is possible or not.
Sounds good. Eryn is like, well, I just asked somebody to make a human body. Not sure about the ethics of them practicing on any other DNA, but...
Yes, I'm sure
just
that
Eryn's
decision
not.
will not lead to anything horrible in the future.
If you just make his body the first time around, no problem. All right.
Alright, Eryn, you get an alert in your brain directly.
Okay. Does it have any info with it?
Yeah, there's a split into the Earth realm. A demon from the outer dimensions is being slowly summoned into the world. It is happening in South Africa.
Okay. So I send a message to Clea before I go, and I ask her if she'll meet me to help with it. And that way I can bring up the fact that I need some of Doctor Strange's DNA.
Okay. Okay, Pangaea, you hop in the jet and depart to your back to your home.
Yeah.
You good?
Oh, actually, I want to head back to my business. They were in the process of trying to make a deal work or something like that. They had a project they were getting ready to fail.
Okay. I thought you would wrap that one up.
I don't remember wrapping it up. I remember, well, I talked to whoever, my advisors, and they said they'd get them resources to make make sure they meet the deadline or whatever. But there was, I can't remember where I wrote that down at, who it was with. We were, because it was a big controversy, because we were working with
Archotech.
a company, yes, Architect, that, yeah, they've got a history of sponsoring supervillains.
Yep, that's Roxxon, who Architect was a former subsidiary of.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I guess I'll just head back towards my work to check in on that project
Okay.
briefly.
Okay. So you leap, you get into the jet and depart that way quickly. And arrive back in near your headquarters. While you're moving forward, the group, one of the secretaries comes out to meet you, and they say, landing your jet at the airport. You probably give them a call on the way in. Sir, Pangaea, sir, what can we do for you?
No, just here to check on everything and make sure we're gonna get this deal done, meet our deadlines, and make sure we don't need any more resources. I guess I'll go talk to Mona Lowe and who's the new lady? What is her name now?
Kira Sidney, CEO.
Yes, Kira.
They move you forward, and you they bring you into Kira Sidney's office. She seems to be busy with something on a phone call. And she nods to you as you enter, puts her hand over the receiver and says, hello, sir, what can I do for you?
I'll tell her, just finish up your phone call if it's not going to be too long, and then we can talk.
Okay, she's like, puts it, covers, she says, mouse, like, I'm on the phone with Architect, and picks it back up and continues the conversation. They seem to be covering some specific details of what you have, what was being discussed. They are, as you know before, they're building a facility near your one of your power plants in Limerick.
Yeah, that sounds right. A quantum nexus research facility? Is that what it was?
Nope, that was the place
No,
that you saved from getting blown up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
After a little bit, she puts down the phone and says, Mr. Adams, what can I do for you?
Well, I was just here to check on the shoot, what did it go?
The deal with Architect?
Yes, Architect.
Everything's progressing. As we have previously discussed, nothing much has changed since yesterday. We're doing everything we can. Appreciate the additional assistance you've given us. And she just kind of looks at you. Not sure what else to say.
I can't remember if I told her or talked to her at all last time, because I know that she was in a meeting and I went and talked with Mona Lowe.
I believe you were able to get in
had lunch or
contact.
whatever.
I believe you were able to get in contact with her and tell her what you were.
Okay, so I did tell. Okay, so I was just wanting to make sure, because I know when I went to visit the job site or whatever, those people were stressed and like, we ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And you were trying to get more resources delivered to that job site.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Because there is
make
a
sure
penalty if the
everything
contract wasn't completed.
yes.
She says, we've been transmitting the additional manpower and resources there. Sir, some of the older employees said that if you could come down there and give them a hand, they think they could get stuff wrapped up very quickly.
Okay. I should have time to make that work.
She says, I mean, I know of your mutant abilities, but it seems like you used to take quite a hands-on aspect to these things.
Depending on the situation.
Like a giant rock man, Alex?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Giant purple crystalline type. So yeah, I'll head towards that facility to see what I can personally help with.
Okay. You leap over. A couple leaps later, you land in Limerick. And there's a large drilling platform being done. You guys specialize in geothermal power. So they are working deep in the earth. And as you land at the site, one of the workplace supervisors comes forward. And he's the older man who has been a mid-level boss for you, like a mid-level manager, and a construction supervisor for a long time. He's very good at his job, and he says, "Oh, sir, it's Jordan. Pick up your camera."
Yeah, sorry, Rachel's hugging me. She didn't want all you guys to see it. She hits me in the head.
I was gonna say, I don't want to look right at your crotch.
Oh, sorry, that's worse, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely worse. It's like you're zoomed right in on it.
Sorry, guys.
So, you,
Sorry, all the folks listening at home.
you, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. He comes over and he says, "Oh, boss, it's been a while, but, we could really use your help getting this tunnel down." And as you move forward to, say something to him, you see one of the guys in the drilling harness. It seems his workplace safety has slipped. And he slips over the edge and goes, "Ah," and he starts to fall into the hole. All right, and we will pause there and move back to Eryn.
Well, I've teleported, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, you've contacted Clea. Probably teleported over there and delivered the message directly, as that would probably be the fastest way to do it.
Right.
And then another teleportation, you land in the vicinity in South Africa.
Okay. Can I identify who's causing the shenanigans?
No. It seems to be some sort of... and, I mean, you got to figure that one out yourself. So...
Okay, I go into the astral realm and I zoom around.
Okay, you zoom around, and you're not really sure what you're looking for. There's no real astral disturbances appearing. You felt the alert, right? Which as the understanding you have of the Sorcerer Supreme's abilities and awareness is that they get these sort of notices anywhere in the realm where magical disturbances are happening.
Gotcha. And I can't identify what's happening.
No.
So I go back to my body and there's no hints. Is the alarm still going off? Like...
Yep. You can feel the bridge between the Earth dimension and the other dimension is slowly weakening.
Okay.
If it was that easy to pinpoint it, there wouldn't be a need for a Sorcerer Supreme. Vishanti would just magic zap, give the alert power magic zapping powers.
Okay. Problem is I have no idea how, like, close it is. Like, do I need to go in 100-mile radius? Like,
Could be.
Like, what does it look like right now?
Normal.
What's the area?
You're in a you're in. Let me open the Google Maps. You're in a bit of a wilderness section of South Africa, away from any major cities. So, it's scrubland of sorts. Pretty desolate. There's a large lake to the east. The area is not desert, but it's nearly desert.
Okay, well, I haven't tried underground. I forget, can astral projections go underground?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I check out underground.
Do you have any spells that will help you identify sources of magic or any ability to do something like that?
Let me
Yeah,
check.
detect magic.
I might not.
Oh, your staff gave you
I have Enchanted Eye, but I don't think it can go through the ground.
Hey, can't he just roll like a magic psyche check, like a cult check to detect that stuff?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specifically that's, like, locating. But I guess I could just cast it at excellent rank. Reach out telepathically and see if I can find any brains nearby.
There you go.
Not trying to invade them, just locate them.
Mm-hmm. You could also contact a some sort of extra-dimensional entity, you know.
Yep.
Sensing.
Alright.
You need a sensing spell, that's it.
Gotcha. So, I guess I'll put that on my list of things to learn.
Yeah, so if you had sensing clairaudience, sensing clairvoyance, sensing danger,
Oh yeah, dangerousness would be a good one.
sensing evil.
Yep.
Sensing evil. This includes the presence of evil creatures, demons, evil magic wielders, supervillains bent on destructions, artifacts of evil designs, or exceptionally evil deeds.
Gosh,
Okay.
why did we not have that as a base power? Can you imagine how much that would have helped our lives? In, like, everything in this game?
Alright, so, I am going
Gosh,
to
that's
entreat...
another power.
Sensing fields would be magical detecting fields.
Yeah. I'm gonna entreat the Vishanti to sense evil so I can know where I'm looking.
Okay. Make a roll on your Vishanti opinion, right? Stat or whatever.
Yep.
You know
So
what
that's on 70. That is a yellow.
Is that how that works again?
It's down a rank if it's not something they normally do, but this is definitely in the Vishanti realm.
Ah, shoot, something's messed up.
I was 1 point off from a red.
Alright, okay. I believe that's your rank with Vishanti spells, isn't it?
Yep.
That's on the setup. You could too.
Okay, wait. You make a psyche roll to cast the dimensional energy roll, the energy spell.
Okay, well, if that's a psyche roll, that's a red.
Okay. So the spell activates, and the Vishanti grants you the power to sense evil. The spell activates, but there is a powerful mystical aura preventing the pinpointing of the area. It comes from near the lake.
All right, then I will swim into the lake.
If you you think that if you could detect the specific kinds of spells, you might be able to dispel it or counter it and pinpoint the exact location.
Okay. So it's coming from over near the lake. I'm going to assume it's in the lake since I can't physically see anybody.
Yeah.
And I am going to go swimming.
Okay, you zip over there. The water flows around you as you push into it with your force field active. Down at the bottom of the lake, you see a figure there. A strange snake-like figure guarding what seems to be an entrance into the ground below. The figure looks about actively holding a trident. It's a snake with two human arms. And along the outsides of it are strange diabolical writing around the entrance to this hole in the earth.
Okay. So has it noticed me?
No.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take it by surprise and roll for 2 attack.
Okay.
But not in the supplements area. All right, 56. I need a yellow, right?
Yep.
All right, so that is a yellow.
Got it.
Then I am going to...
As you begin to gather mystical energies, the figure below turns and you can see the whites of its eyes as it seems to have non-functioning eyes. You're quickly able to tell. And it looks right at you.
Okay. And I am going to hit it with Eldritch Crystals.
Okay. Make an attack
Josh.
roll.
I keep trying to roll in something. But now I can't roll in general chat. 1 second. Well, it's not responding in the general. Try and roll your...
Josh.
Okay, I got one for you. There we go. 72.
Yep, so that is going to be yellow.
Okay. Maybe jump off when your turn's over and then come back. The crystals shoot forward with tremendous energy. The creature doesn't even move. As they strike the creature, they just seem to phase into the snake man's body. It then goes, as you hear it screech as it shoots forward. We will pause and return to move on to James. Okay, James, Pandora, you are living your life again as the new day has come and gone. You are back at school at your college and university.
dejected over the death of the politician, but, you know, she's pushing through it.
What are you up to?
Well, I don't have any DNA samples yet, presumably. And she's, like, wondering about that. Whether it's possible to even copy someone's DNA without their whole body.
Mm-hmm.
Because the creation stuff isn't quite an exact science. It's more like a horrific nightmare science.
Are you have a part-time job or anything?
No, she's just a full-time student.
Okay.
I live on, like, noodles.
Oh yeah.
We've all been there, superheroes and as real kids.
Yeah. But yeah. So, yeah, she doesn't really want to violate another person's genetics by copying them. That seems that would seem a bit weird that to go up to someone and be like, by the way, I can clone you now. So she's not going to do that. She's going to look into this.
You could always start by trying to clone a specific animal.
I can
Like-
already do that.
Well, but like an exact copy of an exact dog.
Oh, no, I can do that. That dog is an exact clone of its original dog.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I just, it's only problematic if it becomes permanent. Then I have a dog.
Oh wait, you work as a lab assistant, don't you? Or do you?
I think so.
Yeah, with Lexine Blakely, or is that just a friend of yours?
I think that's just a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, after meeting some other superheroes and seeing that they too can fail, she's going to redouble her efforts and continue looking into the nefarious activities of the Pangaea, as it seems like now that they've put a hit out on a politician and seen it through, what else could they be cooking up?
Okay.
And then they got to be stopped.
While you are begin that research, you get the results of your latest test, and it is not good. It is not good at all. It is a 65% D.
Big room for improvement. Yeah.
The professor comes over, asks you to meet them that afternoon.
She sighs and goes, "Yes, I'll be there, Professor."
Their name is not determined at the moment. Okay. So what you've got a couple classes to take, and otherwise you're good to go for the day.
Yeah, she's going to spend most of her time outside of the lessons trying to research what's going on in London at the moment. Like, is crime starting to pick up in any of the districts or anything?
Okay. The professor's name was Eileen Marlowe. In terms of crime picking up, the statistics haven't really been updated enough yet to see it. So there's no real data per exhibiting a tick in crime. General news search is difficult to pin down. Do you have any computer skills?
No, just basic.
Okay. Do you want to spend a while trying to brute force together a data set of news articles, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a reason roll.
hate spreadsheets.
Yes, you hate spreadsheets, and you do seem to be having difficulty focusing on this research. Um, so, you've read a number of the articles, but it's not really showing you anything. And there is a lot of your takeaway is there's crime, and there's crime everywhere. This city is a rotten husk that is crime ridden.
What?
There's a lot of bad news. There's a lot of crime happening.
If only there was like a TV
Get over this
superhero
stuff.
who would do something about crime. Instead of gallivanting off with phasing souls or whatever.
While you're deep in the research, your alarm goes off that you have a meeting with Dr. Marlowe.
Yeah, so she'll go to attend that.
Dr. Marlowe is one of the nursing professors, and while you're coming in, she has you sit down, and she says, she looks at you for a minute as you take your seat, and she says, Miss Cross, your test results have not been going well lately. She hits you hard right off the bat.
I'm sorry, Miss Morrow. I've just had a lot playing on my mind lately that's been distracting me from my studies. I promised I'll get back into it.
Hey, you can always play up that you were traumatized by being at that protest where the person died.
That just happened.
Yeah, we'll get there.
She says, this trend has been ongoing, and she pulls open the grade book for you, like she has a printout, and slides it in front of you, and she says, look, since the beginning of the semester, your grades have dropped significantly. At the beginning of the semester, a month, 2 months ago, you were top of the class, right? You have a good reason score, don't you?
Yeah, she's remarkable.
Yeah, she says you were at the top of the class, and now you've managed to drop yourself to the lower half. Is there something going on, or is everything okay in your day-to-day life?
There's just been like a lot of bad news, just one after the other. That I was a part of that protest we did for the mutant legislation, and I had to step away early. But when I came back, the speaker had been murdered, and it just feels like this sort of horrible things just kept constantly happening.
She nods her head. She says, I understand. That is difficult. If you're going through a traumatic event of sorts, we can come into looking into getting your grades back up. I could give you a couple additional tasks to get those back up. I know you're a good student. I think you'll be an excellent nurse when you graduate, but we really need to get you there.
She smiles and goes, "Thank you, tomorrow. I do appreciate it."
Are your other classes going well?
Oh yes, they're going all right.
Make a reason roll. Let's see how they're actually going.
Was that unremarkable? They're not. She's lying. She's already learned it from Eryn.
Your quick study.
Okay. She says, well, that's good. As long as you're keeping the other classes' grades up, we can get this one resolved as well. So, what about over the next week? You help out with the labs with my assistant. I believe you're acquainted with Alexine. And then we can give you, we can count that as some extra credit, and then I will, that should help get you back up above passing.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Okay. Well, if you have any other questions or you need anything else, just give me a contact. Contact me, and I would suggest that you speak to the school counselor if you've been through such a traumatic event.
Of course, I might give them a visit. Said she lied as easily as she breathed.
All right, so you take your leave, and you've gotten assigned extra credit lab assistant work over the next couple nights. It'll be a couple hour. It'll take up a significant portion of your evenings for the next while.
Yeah. She decides she'll probably use the opportunity to try to study DNA samples and see what happened.
And what?
She'll probably take the opportunity during those lab assistants to try to study just DNA by itself, see if that's even possible.
Oh, I thought you said in Sydney what happened. I was like, wait, what are you talking about in Sydney? All right, see what happens. I got it. So you are, yeah, you start up on that, and we will jump back to Autopsy after our short bathroom break.
Yep.
It's a good one, right?
But actually, that is super decent, which is shocking. Any advantage?
I'm back. We'll see. My turn.
So, and Josh, you're in like an astral realm, is that right?
No, I'm back from realm.
Okay, so but like
I zoom in
You're
and
at, like,
out
the
of the
bottom of-
astral plane to like look around, basically.
where are you at that lake? Where is that?
Underwater at the bottom of the lake.
But where's the lake located? I missed that part.
South Africa.
Okay. Isn't that where your evil nemesis is from?
Maybe.
Lancaster? Isn't he South African?
He could be.
He is.
He was also trained in Atlantis.
Yeah, so the underwater stuff would make sense.
Are you sure that you and Dr. Lancaster didn't actually train with each other in Atlantis, and you just
They did.
completely...
Yeah, we did. We were there at the same time.
Yeah.
Highly unusual for them to let two humans in.
Yeah.
Surprised you don't remember him.
They were.
Remember
That
who?
was like one of the great moments of the game, was him having put like a 2-year plot into effect, and Aaron's like, were you? totally caught him off guard, if I remember right. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Joker's like, Batman, and he's like, huh, who are you?
Yeah,
The
he was.
funniest part is Eryn's true arch nemesis is his rival archaeologist.
Yes, the only person he ever remembers, his real arch nemesis. Dr.
It's more like Indiana Jones.
Henry Jones.
Dr. Henry Jones.
He's got like no
Shut the door.
power. He's just a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He just constantly gets published and Eryn doesn't.
Eryn
Well,
gets
I'm
published.
I'm just not popular.
Eryn gets published, and it's just he's not as popular or as widely recognized. It's a very tough rivalry, right? Like, Henry Jones is like Schliemann, right? The guy who discovered Troy, and
Yeah.
Eryn is like what was the guy who discovered the Minoan civilization on Crete?
Well, we don't know his name, so that tells you everything you need.
Yeah, but he's also really famous. Sir Arthur Evans. That's it. I had to look him up. So, they have this stiff competition, but Dr. Jones is like, people who are up to date with that are like, know him, you know? And he's probably had a couple, there's been movies, documentaries after him. And Eryn is like, Dr. Weisberg is like, the guy who like definitely makes it into the books if you're an archaeologist in the history books, but it's not like getting the mainstream documentaries made after him.
You saved all your costume for the secret identity. For the superhero identity.
Alright.
Okay.
Autopsy. You
Yeah.
move into the city hall, quickly moving through the floors. Yeah. You are allowed into the mayor's office.
Okay.
Mayor gestures for you to sit down, and he says, hello, what's your name?
Sir, Ralph Fontaine. Pleasure to meet you.
He gets up and goes to shake your hand. He says, my name is Elk, Mayor Papatosis. Papatosis. He's Greek.
Very strong Greek last name.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today.
He says, no problem. Do what we can for all the citizens of the town. You know, we got to stick together, and we've finally come out through the hard times, and things aren't that bad anymore, so I got plenty of time on my hands. They laugh.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You see, I'm not actually one of the citizens. I'm from the outside world.
He looks at you, and you're crazy. And he says,
Oh, it's true.
really?
We rescue
How'd you manage to get in here? Weren't we trapped? I mean, I did see us move out of the underwater area, so... Well, wait. No, they weren't underwater until...
They were in like a sealed...
Yeah, they were in a sealed vault.
They were in like a... Yeah.
He goes, actually, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't really moved anywhere. We can all see outside the bottle. There's still a bright light on it. It looks like... Because it was under a really bright light. And now you're still under a really bright light. And at the nighttime, the whole bottle dims, so you can't see outside. And there it says, so nothing's...
And that's probably when he took us up to the surface. Well, I mean,
How would anybody have found us? Last I know, we were moved into a warehouse in Futon City.
Yes. Well, I discovered that warehouse. Kind of by accident.
He looks you up and down, and he goes, okay, how did you...
Yeah, you're getting awfully close to telling people you're a superhero.
I'll just say excavation work is being done on Futon City. It was destroyed.
What?
In a
How are we
battle.
still alive? Oh my gosh.
Yes. You were alive, but Futon, in some of his moments of sanity, seem to have put safeguards in place to protect you and other assets that he had underground. You guys are in a vault. My compatriot, I hope, is taking us to the surface, but I wanted to tell you that information and determine what you and your people would like to do with it. I think that we could find a way to.
Well, we'd like to be out of here.
The outside world.
I mean, if we could move her back to Hartford, I think it would be great. I mean, a lot of people had family outside of the city.
Yeah, you haven't seen them for 8 years. Sure, it's been hard.
Yeah, we have kids that have grown up in here. But
Well,
it would be tough. Some people have made new relationships and families broken. People thought they'd never see each other again. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I myself, my wife lived in the outskirts of in the suburbs. We had a house out there. And I was I ran a deli, Greek deli. Haven't seen her in 8 years. My new wife wouldn't like that very much, but
Yeah, I mean, I imagine there'll be some awkward dynamics, of course, but I think that also you and the townsfolk, you're owed the option to choose what you would like to do. Hey, Kai.
Hi, Jordan.
Good to see you, kiddo. You're
that's
owed
Alex.
an opportunity. Your lives have been upended for 8 years now, and well, we'd like to give you the opportunity to return to those if you want.
How can you do that?
Don't know. Stuck in here as it currently stands, but we have a team of people outside, just one of the greatest minds this generation. I think they might be able to figure something out.
Well, he goes, well, if you can figure something out, we would take it. Otherwise, if you're trapped in here, you're welcome to stay. There's plenty of space. He laughs.
Yeah, it was took a ride around town. I mean, you can't understand what it means to me to know that you guys are okay. It was a tremendous tragedy. Losing all of you. A lot of like double meaning in that for Ralph.
There you go.
Just well, what happened? Did Fuchin ever talk to you? How did you know that it was he that?
Oh, yeah, he talked to us. He just hit the glass like we were fish in a tank. It was horrible. And then he would say stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Well,
whole
he,
building shook. One building toppled over when he did it one time.
And then he gave you these, what are it, androids, it seems?
They were already here. So was the whole city, actually. We just all appeared in here one day. With a city ready to go. It's like we were fish in a tank. We were moved into a new like he dropped a new little piece of scenery for us.
Yeah,
How
it
much
seems to be.
Seemed to believe himself to be a god. I don't much care for him.
I think he had a serious case of mental unwellness. We've uncovered some very interesting things in the city. I'm just glad that you all have been safe here. Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know that we're working on that. My number. Oh wait, can Ralph? He says, I guess I'll have to get a cell phone. Do you guys have cell phones here?
Yes.
What's the best way for? Okay, I'll go out and buy one, and I'll leave my new number at your secretary.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you posted on progress that we make.
We can send you some money. None of your exterior accounts will work, and we have been minting coins. So, easiest way to do this kind of stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Found the printing to be too difficult. So,
Yeah, do they have? I guess they have their own little like citywide economy, right?
so you go out and the secretary hands you a a decent amount of coins. You don't know what it's worth, and they're like, she shows you like this is about $1, this is about 5, 10, and these are hundreds. And she gives you what looks to be about $1,000.
Okay. All right, I'll make a note of that. They have like what do they use as like their symbols, like George Washington, or do they like come up with their own?
Yeah, they use American presidents.
Okay. And I'll say Hartford currency. All right. Yeah, you'll go out and get a phone, leave a number with him, and where I appeared, did I just like appear in the city? I didn't, because there was a little door that I opened on the outside, but that door I guess isn't on the inside.
No, you were just in the middle of the town.
Okay. Is there like do they have like a college or something, like some place where there's smart people that I could go and pick their brains?
No.
No.
They're no college age students.
Right. Okay. So I'll do that.
And there's not enough people to provide a whole education industry.
Right. Okay, then I'll go out and get some food, take it back to the abandoned building that I'm squatting in.
It's not abandoned anymore. You live there. It has beds and everything's nice, new.
Okay.
You just found an empty apartment building.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go get some food, take it back there, kind of ponder on this. I'll fly up to the glass, to the dome of the glass, and kind of like feel around it and stuff, judge if it's possible for me to break through it.
Right, you go up, you feel around in the glass, and then you look back and you see the door shut as you stand down and look over the glass city.
Oh, really?
Yep. What?
And no one there like tried to make a hot air balloon and just take it up? Okay.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the glass goes everywhere. You could just walk over and touch the glass.
Okay. But you said that I'm outside of it now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you're full size. You're normal.
where am I at?
You're in the you're in one of the labs in the
Exile base.
exile base. Yep.
Was that one of the moments? God, I hope I'm somewhere I recognize.
Chair, gather chair, where are you? Oh my gosh! He's like tearing through the base, like super excited, trying to get.
As you start to run through the base, Gadgear's like, "Whoa, no running!" as he pops out from behind a corner.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
How'd you come out of there? He walks over and he grabs the thing. And he pulls open the door, looks inside.
Careful. Careful. There's a whole city in there. I mean, you know that. But no, I was just able.
Yeah, they don't seem to be able to see me, or you know. I tried to talk to him.
Yeah, they spooked and banged on the glass like.
But you do see like the city kind of bobble a little bit, and you see like a little car go boop, as it's driving around as he lifted it up.
Yeah. I have a theory. I'm going to test it. It seems like if you come up to the glass, you appear out. I want to take one of the civilians with me and see if we can get them out that way. Have you had any thoughts or luck in how to de-shrink them? They did say that they want to leave. At least the mayor said that they want to leave. They might have to put it up to a vote.
No. As he's holding the glass city and nothing is happening to him, let the door open. He sits it back down, gently.
Okay. Maybe it's key to my DNA and it brings me in?
I tried that. And he shows some of the skin cell samples from your room.
Yeah. Not weird, bro. Oh.
Well, we were trying to get you out. You wanted me to leave you in there? I can.
No, absolutely.
He dumps out the skin cell samples.
No, it's right here. I'll give you a couple more. I'll pull some hair out and hand it to him. Now, if we do figure out how to get everybody out, we're going to have to... I mean, they've rebuilt Hartford. So they would have to be relocated somewhere else. We could put them on the Isle of Man for the time being.
I don't believe the United Kingdom government would like that idea.
Yeah.
He goes, I've counted about, looks to be about 50,000 residents in there.
A lot of people. All
Not
right,
counting the
I'll-
androids, as he has like a powerful
Let me
microscope
call-
in the room.
Let me communicate with the Avengers and see if they can talk to someone.
Oh, yeah, you weren't there. The Avengers are gone.
What?
Yeah. Ultron
They're
defeated
gone?
them in Minneapolis, and they haven't been seen since.
What's happened to Minneapolis?
Pretty bad tragedy, as he's like washing his hands now.
Is Ultron controlling the state?
No,
Country?
he's gone too. Black Widow's leading the new Avengers. Black Widow, Hellcat, Hercules, Black Knight, and Swordsman. A lot of swords guys on that one. He kind of strokes his non-existent beard. Looks off in the distance.
Captain America, Vision, Black
Gone.
Panther, gone.
And he goes back over and he remembers to shut the door on the city.
Well, anyways, I should send a message to. Is Black Widow? Is her identity's public knowledge, right?
No.
It's not.
No.
Okay, then I'll have to put in a message to her, see if she can put us in touch with. I don't know who relocates populations worth of people. That's what Ralph is going to go. He's going to send in a message, Jake, and let her know there, see if she has any guidance on who he should talk to in the United States government
says,
side. And then
Don't you think we should try to figure out a way to get them out before we worry about where they'll live?
Well, if we get them out, then I feel like maybe we should do these things simultaneously, get the systems going. Because there's 50,000 people. Where are you going to put 50,000 people?
Gadgeteer
On
shrugs.
Belchar.
He's not very interested in the political concerns.
All right. Well, I'm going to send a message, and then I have a test, and we're going to see if it'll work getting them out. It's going to involve me going back in there, taking someone with me, flying to the surface. Oh, wait a minute. If I go out and they don't, they fall to their death. That's no good.
Black Widow will say that you found some members of the Hartford, Connecticut place. If you are able to get them out, we can arrange something with the United States government to find them a place.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to hear about everybody else. I just got the news.
Upstate New York or something, I don't know. Vermont.
All right. Okay. Could he make me like a little pocket gadget that could hold somebody aloft, like a super drone that could hold someone aloft? Because what I'm thinking is if I want to take somebody who's willing, fly up and out, see if I can bring them with me.
You don't even have to fly up and out. I'm just gonna say this now that you've thought about it. You know the thing's a giant bell, right? So you just go over to the edge on the ground level.
Okay. All right. Then that's fine. Then I feel okay. In fact, does he want to wire me up for any kind of like sensors? Does he want to pull any like information from inside the dome?
Yeah, you'll do that. Like video and
might
audio and some like other like radiation and stuff like that to see if there's any harmful energy.
Yeah. Or something that he can tell like how this is working.
Yep.
Okay. And then as I open the door, I go back in and said, "Oh, I should really talk to young Futon too. See if he could help. He might know something." But I'll zip in and see if I'm able to enter again. I'll put my hand on it.
Yep. You open the little door and it pulls you in.
Okay. Do we have any communication with the outside world, or is that blocked?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. So then I will. I'll go back to the mayor. I'll tell the mayor that I was able to get out, and I'd like some people to perform a test with me, see if we can leave together.
The mayor says, I could get somebody to come with you. We'll send a police escort. And one of the police officers would be more than happy to try it. If that means
Excellent.
people could leave.
Very good.
If this is able to work,
Thank you,
we'll put it up to a vote and see what everybody thinks.
All right, and I'm working with the United States government to find a relocation spot for you. Apparently, I said they've rebuilt Hartford, so we can't put you back in the same spot. But
Yeah, it has been
you like
8
Vermont?
years, so.
all right, so we'll I'll go out to the front door. I'll go out to the side of the dome and try that again with somebody else.
Okay, you ride out in the police cars with the police officers. They believe you're a normal person, so. And then the police officer touches the wall, nothing happens. So you what, holding on to their hand or something?
He's like holding it's on a manly grip.
Now, you come back out and just hold their hand. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you come
Does
out.
anything happen?
You come out by yourself.
By myself, okay. All right. Seems like it's gene locked to me, maybe. All right. I'll put like a big note. I'll write like a note on the glass. So it didn't seem to work. Still working on it.
You could just open the door and tell them, and then, I mean, they know. They watched you disappear.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. Let's see. We'll keep working on it. And then I'll see if Gadgeteer has any ideas, if he was able to pull any useful information, and then I'll also reach out to Futin.
Nothing came through, so.
Okay, so none of the data worked. All right.
So you fly off towards your. Go out in the other room. You fly back out and head towards your house to meet up with Futin.
Yeah.
Shooting Star, Victoria, Starwind, and Starwind Contain, and as you depart, you realize it's been a couple days for you, but 3 days since you last saw everybody. Pangaea. Pangaea, you're up.
Alright. Well, what is the construction of this hole that this gentleman is falling into?
It's a big hole in the ground. It's been reinforced.
So would I be able to, I guess, kind of shoot some of the sidewall underneath of him to stop his fall, like, before he gets going, like, really far or fast?
Yeah, make a roll. With your Geoforce, just your Geoforce power.
It's definitely going to be a white.
Okay, do you want to spend karma or let it go?
No, I'll spend a little karma.
Okay. To get it to a green or what?
My Geoforce is... what are the... I gotta get up to a 25. Can't remember the cost.
It's just for 1 point to get you up there.
Yep.
If you roll
What was it? I couldn't
remember.
You have to spend 1-to-1 points, but you have to spend it in multiples of 5.
Right.
I'll have to go 10
Okay.
to get to... And what was the karma for... That's what I couldn't hardly hear.
The what?
Karma cost for 10 points.
It would be 10 karma.
No, it's okay. I couldn't hardly hear him. I could only hear the multiples of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we've got him saved now. I guess I go back to talking to the one guy that was telling me about this tunnel that they need something done with.
Yeah. So as the man begins to fall, you quickly shoot a stone wall out of the side, and he slips down upon it and kind of rolls down like it's sort of a skate ramp. He hits the side of the wall, a little battered and bruised, but otherwise perfectly fine. Everybody's like, oh my God, oh, thank you. There you go. As they start to fish the guy out of the bottom, out of the place you've pulled him. The supervisor says, "Oh wow, thank you. I didn't see that one coming. We've been in a bit of a rush. We'll make sure the safety standards are back up to standard, and we will. That won't happen again. Don't worry. But we need to get this tunnel done. This dig done quick. Can you help us like you used to, boss?"
Yeah, let's do it. We need to just another geoforce roll.
Yep.
Alright. 70 is a yellow.
You will come over to the edge and you begin to pummel the earth below, quickly reinforcing, strengthening the wall, as you also deepen the pit, hitting the depths of hitting the depths of the earth. You are able to tap into that forces that you use to power your power plants.
All right.
Hitting you hit one of the steam wells deep within the earth, and up from that, everybody quickly flees as the steam starts to billow out.
I guess I'll try to route the steam or absorb the heat from it.
That's permanent. That's what you use to move
yeah.
the turbines.
Got it. All right then. I guess if they're assisted. Sorry, go ahead.
Your quick actions have quickly progressed days of labor, and you are free to do what you wish. They look at you and they nod. Many of them come over and thank you, pat you on the back. We'll give you a point in popularity for this, as you are good to go about your business. Nope, out. No running in here.
I tell that one supervisor there, I say, if you get any other big jobs like this specifically, just give me a call. Or have Mona give me a
Will do.
I'll head out to one of my home, I guess, for the time being.
Okay. Yeah, you head home. Where you live in Galway? Is that right?
I just wrote it down somewhere.
Why let me have some?
Out of the room. Out.
Some popcorn.
There. Home is in Limerick,
Limerick. Okay.
so it should have been close to there. Yeah, because I think that's where that was.
I'm just gonna change that to lives in. Okay. Okay. While you were in headed into your home in Limerick, you
Very much so.
you see that there is a swarm of police cars crossing the city and headed to a different location.
I guess I'll start tailing them, or I don't think I have any kind of police scanner.
I like how you guys have matching shirts, Jordan.
Oh, do we? Yeah, we do. Right, so you're matching my shirt, Butter. I'm matching yours.
Alright. So. Alright. You chase after the police cars as quickly as you can. And you land into a nice section of town where there's a large mansion. Okay? And there you see an individual who has rushed out. You see an individual rush out of the side of the mansion. As he does, he smashes into the shoulders, smashes his shoulders powerfully into the two figures who go careening out through the glass windows. The glass smashes as they hit the ground hard. And coughing, they drop their guns to their side as the figure. Then you see him step outside the glass, and he's carrying in his arm a single individual who is like dressed in a nice suit. He is holding in his hand the neck of another man, as he holds him up into the air, and he says, "You betrayed me for the last time." And he looks like he's about to squeeze and crush the man between his wrist. He says, let's see. He seems to be a darker Middle Eastern man. And he says, Kim Katur. Let's see, how do you say that? Katurki?
Well,
Seyis, aşçı, deveci, katırcı, karakollukçu dedi.
I'm gonna just go with Katurki. He says, Kim Katurki, you've betrayed me for the last time. You and your men die here today.
Well, fudge. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to, try to make a rock form that takes up, like, beneath him and grabs, kind of like locks his arms, how he's holding the people, so that he can't really move his arms or anything.
Okay.
Try to, I guess, rock grapple him.
Roll initiative.
Oh, okay. That'll be initiative.
Okay. What's your intuition?
Intuition. Good. 10.
Okay. What is this? 57 on good.
Oh, I thought that was for my,
Oh, what was your, oh, here it is. 75 on good.
No, that wasn't it. That was before. That was the last one. So, the 25 is my attempt to...
Intuition?
Yeah, intuition, good 10. That is a wipe. I'd have to do... I'd have to do 25.
Oh, you can spend karma on that one too if you want.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do that. I've been a karma horde, so it'll be 25 karma.
Okay. You're gonna spend 25. That gets you a green. So yeah, you guys both got greens, so you can go first. We'll give it to you.
Alright. I guess once I have him...
Make your attack roll. You're trying to imprison him, right?
Yes. That's gonna be a white. Right. White.
Alright.
It's under Geoforce.
Yep.
So, okay, no, that would be a green.
No, it would be an agility roll.
Oh, agility?
Oh, wait. What are you trying to... You're trying to imprison him, right? So it would be a Geoforce.
Yeah.
Alright, he would make a roll on Geoforce.
It's a green either way.
What is your... do you have a rank for entrapping somebody?
I don't think so.
As a power stunt?
That one.
Do you have a power stunt on that done then?
Let me look. I know I'd been working on that one. I've tried that a few times at this point.
You need to update your page on Obsidian Portal.
Yeah, okay.
Because I can't do anything. I can't tell you anything. I don't see any power stunts
Yeah.
on there, and you have 0 popularity and 34 karma. So
Got it. Okay, I'll
I don't
that
think any of
today.
that's correct.
No, none of that is. As far as my power stunts, that is not on there.
Okay, then that's
No,
a new.
I do not.
That's a new power stunt, and you will need to get a red. So, do you want to try that again? Do you want to spend karma to get a red on that, or?
No, that'll be a lot.
All right. So you shoot rocks forward, and he steps backwards, pulling his feet off the 2 men, but he's still holding the other guy in his fists. And he looks at you, and he says, "Stay back, or he'll die." And he laughs. You roll intuition. Your intuition tells you he's going to kill him anyways, so well, that's what he's here for.
Might as well try to fight him, I suppose.
He is he shouts that and warns you all.
He's got a hold of 2 people, correct?
One guy. He was standing on 2
I thought he
people.
had to.
Or he was standing on... I guess he wasn't really standing on 2 people. He was standing next to one guy and he had his foot on the neck of the other dude. And then he was holding one dude in his hand.
Okay. My neck. Or I guess it's his turn, right?
No, he yelled at you all.
Okay, that's his.
Yeah, he's
I
not.
guess I'm gonna
He's
try
trying to
to
get.
rock
He's trying to get
Jettison
you
him
and the
in the
police
chest.
to back off.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to rock jettison him in the chest.
Okay.
I guess this is for 2 attacks first, rather.
If you
would be a no.
stun him, he would drop the guy.
Do what?
If you stun him, he would drop the guy. Or
That's
if
kinda why I was
you could
going
also
with the
slam him, that would probably get him to
jettison
drop
in
the
the
guy
chest.
too. Yeah. Okay.
Like physically slam him, like myself, or like.
No, you could do it
my
with a rock.
Geoforce?
Okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking with my Geoforce, was like, when I say jettison, like.
Okay,
in the
got it.
chest, but
So you rolled for 2 attacks,
So that
didn't
was-
get it.
that was a no. Here's for my actual attack. Oh, okay, I did something wrong. Sensational 40, I think it's a green.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
an agility roll. Mine did not respond.
Mine did that too.
Didn't do that either. Somebody roll for me real quick.
Alright. Give me a sec.
If they don't make me do it, it'll be my one good
99.
recall.
Or, no, 84, excuse me.
Either way.
Josh is 99.
Thanks, Josh.
Can I keep that for later?
Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so he dodges out of the way, and then, thanks to speed, he ducks down, and then, kicks forward, and as he does so, he drags his toe into the ground and scoops up a chunk of the cement, and then propels it at you with tremendous force. It smashes into your chest for 50 points of damage. What's your body armor?
Body armor, skin armor is an incredible 40.
Okay, boom! As it crashes into you, you stumble backwards. And remember, you gotta tell me when you want your aura up, because it's damaging to everything around you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'm around people, right?
You are standing on the street next to a bunch of police officers.
Okay. I guess I'll move. I guess I'll start moving. So, well, I guess he's moved.
Do you want to do anything else with your turn before you before he goes? Because
Yeah, I'd like to, I guess, move forward away from these.
I know. Do you want to get up in this guy's face or anything before he breaks this guy's head off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I know you're hesitant to get into melee range, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so you rush forward as quickly as you can, and then try to peel the guy off of his arms, but your weak rock body is not muscular or powerful enough to pull this man's peel this man away from him, and he kind of kicks you away, but is unable to provide enough. As he's you're struggling to get the man's hands off. He's not able to peel down, and you feel him trying to attempt for a second to just smash the dude's neck, which would pop his head off like a grape.
Great, man. Yeah.
So, he will swing at you with his fist. That's a 24. Roll to dodge.
Finally.
Nice. So that's a fighting roll.
Incredible. Okay, I think that's a yellow.
Okay, so you duck out of the way as he throws a fist at you, and then he tries to turn, and he's like, "No, you won't stop me from getting revenge. He stole everything from me. We were partners." As he looks at him.
Partners in what?
Doesn't seem to be interested in telling you, because as you look down at the gangsters holding guns, you think it may have been something not legal. They are trying to pull themselves back up to their feet, but they are unable to. You're up.
You gotta save this guy, Alex. He's a crook.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try again I'm gonna try to hit him from behind, shoot a rock at, use my geoforce to
Bring a rock at him.
At him from behind.
Roll for 2 attacks.
I guess 2 attacks.
I would say since you're so close, this is like a melee fighting, so make it a fighting roll for everything.
Okay. So fighting is only incredible. Or the green.
Okay. No 2 attacks.
Alright, here's for my actual attack. That's not a green. That's a white. I could spend just 5 karma to make it a green, but that don't mean... I'll spend my 5 karma and try to hit him. Make it a green.
Okay. The rock shoots back from behind him, quickly closing the ground. A tremendous amount of force. Narrows, but he drops his head quickly as it shoots right over. You lean back as it shoots up in front of your head and off and out and away. You're in Limerick, Ireland, so you just let it keep flying and send it north, and as it lands 30-40 miles away in a giant, or 15 miles away in Log Durg. Alright. He continue your attacks and everything have foiled his attempts, so he's going to swing at you and then attempt to flee to get as he's the man slipped out of his hand, but then he reaches forward and grabs him by the back of his shirt, and then he will make an attack roll at you. 45. As he pulls the man back up to his shirt, he turns to run and looks like he's bending over to make a leap. 45. Attack. Dodge. Alex.
Agility.
Fighting.
Fighting.
I got a green. You also got a green? Nope, you got a yellow.
Yellow.
He swings back with a leg. It flies right at your face, and you throw your arms up, kind of crossing your arms and defensively holding your ground as you get buried into the dirt about a knee deep from the sheer titanic forces being applied. And then he moves to jump. His leap is significant and tremendous for any normal human, but for you, it's little more than a skip as he clears the building and lands on the other side of the road. Clearing easy maybe 100 feet and 50 feet into the air.
I shall follow.
Okay. He as he puts that down, he hits the other side of the ground. The dude slips and smashes into the ground. He's like Kim, as he's known, Kirky, Kim Katurki. Kim Katurki hits the ground and his face is all beaten up, and he goes, "This is the end for you!" And he brings his fist down. He's swinging down to kill the man. You land, you jump over the building, and you see this in action.
I guess I'll try to just land on him as best I can to, like, knock him away from smashing this guy.
Okay. Make a fighting roll.
Alright, fighting.
That's a yellow, right?
Yellow, yeah.
So you bring your full force of your jump. It's a leaping charge attack. What's your jumping rank?
Oh, I don't know that I have that written down. Jumping.
Your hyper leap. It's a power stunt. So does it use your? It must use your rank of your geoforce then.
Okay, sensational 60.
It goes boom and just crashes into him with a tremendous amount of force as you bury the guy about 25 feet into the earth. He is he is out of your view as you look down, and Kim is badly injured. The debris has flown up from the earth-shattering blow. It's hit him a little bit, and he seems to have lost consciousness. Plus, being manhandled like this is not good for a person.
Alright, first thing I'd like to do is close the hole.
Okay.
Like, entomb him, I guess, rather.
Okay.
And then try to get this guy to help somewhere. Guess I'll pick him up and jump to a hospital or something, or back to the ambulances.
Yeah. You do that, and as you leap away, you hear boom, 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 and you've entombed him in a significant amount of reinforced stone, and he buried there, he seems to have been greatly weakened underground as he continues to pound out of the way, but unable to burst through the earth. Even though he does, you can feel the vibrations coming through the earth. So, honestly, actually, you have kind of trapped him, so it's not a good spot for him.
My intention is to come back and, like, with other folks and, like, detain him.
Yeah,
I didn't think I could do it myself.
Well, honestly, because he was hit so deep into the ground, and then you just closed the hole, it was a significant amount of earth and stone that you pulled over him. You've theorized that his powers have something to do with exposure to the atmosphere of some sort.
Okay, yeah.
So, trapping him in that hole has cut him off from the source of his even greater than superhuman strength.
You're about to suffocate that dude down there.
I know, that's why I was a little worried. It's like, I don't want to...
He's not a normal human. He doesn't get any weaker, but he does pass out after a while from lack of oxygen, and then you can sense the tremor, so you just pull him out.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and he says, "This isn't the end." As he's like unconscious and slapped with power dampeners. "Oh, I can't believe you'd save that bastard. I'll get you for this."
Another one.
From the prison cell, you hear that he's been calling himself the Radiant Man. And, yeah. His real name
Is Ralph Contain.
is Arslan
I bet.
Arslan
Sunlight
Badam.
does something about it.
Badam.
Arslan.
Badam.
Arslan?
Yep, Arslan. I'll write it out here. There you go.
That was close.
Okay, now back to, I believe Aaron's up, right?
Probably. I'm getting charged with the trident guy who appears to not take damage from magic attacks.
Okay, Trident Guy closes the ground rapidly. He, wielding his magnificent golden trident, he lunges forward, and the trident stabs straight at your chest. Roll to dodge, fighting.
Okay, I will say, last time I did get 2 attacks and I only used one of them.
Oh yeah, attacking monster swims up at you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Alright. That is my personal telekinesis, which is... I think that might still be yellow.
I believe it is.
Yeah, that's yellow. And personal telekinesis hits 440.
Boom! It smashes into him. He goes room and buries into the ground. And he gets up and he wipes away a little bit of the blood, and then boom, zips through the water at rapid speed as he closes the ground on you and lunges with that trident. Now roll to dodge.
Okay.
He does look injured by that attack, though, unlike the first one.
Alright, that's 45 to dodge, which is a green.
Yep, he lunges forward with the trident, but you fly off to the side, dodging out of the way easily. You're up.
Alright, rolling for 2.
Okay.
That's a yes for 2.
Okay.
Regular telekinesis, that's a yellow.
Okay. He looks back at you as you charge up the magical energy. He seemed to have lost you for a second. And he whips around to the second, spins the trident around, and looks, and then lunges, but at the same time your telekinesis shoots forward, smashing through the trident, crumbling it like a tin can, and then you crash into his chest, and you hear his death screams as he's obliterated. No, not really. He's just blasted backwards and buried 2,500 feet million in the dirt. He's not totally unconscious as you way overkilled him.
Okay. And you said he closed whatever hole there was?
No.
Oh, okay. Then, I try and inspect the runes and, see if I can identify them.
There are, roll occult lore with, Runesmith if you have a bonus there.
That's a white.
You're not familiar with these. They seem to be some sort of strange chaos magic, though. The language is unusual. It's not one that you've been familiar with in the past, so...
Okay.
But they are some sort of chaos magic runes. You can identify that for sure.
Okay. I am going to beseech the Vishanti to, well, I don't know if there's like a spell for identifying how to cancel magic.
You do have the counterspell spell.
Okay, I counterspell it.
But you can also use an opposing sort of magic, or in this case, if you could identify it, you could probably just know how to cancel.
Yep.
But a counterspell, even if it's not a powerful level, you are able to dissipate the magical effects. And from there, you feel a magical aura that you are barely able to notice, disappear all from around you. And as that's happening, you sense you get a sense of a magical disturbance happening far across the universe. That it needs the attention of the Sorcerer Supreme. In addition to the one in front of you.
Oh boy.
It seems as though someone is trying to bring forth some sort of eldritch evil into the world. Probably a bigger scale than this one, but you know, this one's on Earth, and it's going to be pretty bad too. So.
But so what I did not cancel it.
Yes, it did. It did. Whatever was, it was hiding everything from your view, but it did not cancel the thing. There seems to be something going on deeper within this hole in the ground.
All right. Well, I beseeched the Vishanti to ask them if I should have additional things to assist with my duties, because I can't be in two places at once.
Yeah, you get the feeling of the Vishanti saying, it's your problem now.
Excellent. Well, I'm just going to have to press forward with the one I'm at, because I can't leave it unfinished if they're both, like, one's worse, but they're both bad.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm right here.
Yep.
So, alright, I guess I go into the hole. Assuming that's where I sense the danger's at.
Yep. Yep, so you zip down into the hole, flying through the tunnels in front of you. You come into a wide open room. There is a series of runes in a magical circle and a wizard of some sort. Half snake, half man, sort of like a Yun-Ti from Dungeons & Dragons, floating there, casting all sort of magical spells. He looks at you and he hisses, speaking some sort of strange snake tongue. And
I actually have a staff of tongues.
He says, a wizard of order, how dare you enter my dwelling? Prepare to be sacrificed to Sybil, the demoness of Layla.
Alright, well, guess I roll for 2 attacks. Can I try and, like, counterspell whatever he's doing?
No, the magical circle can't be interrupted that easily. It'll have to be destroyed or disrupted. But currently, right now, as long as this guy is viable, he is not able to do anything. Or it is not able to be damaged.
Gotcha. I don't get 2 attacks, but
okay.
I'm gonna try and hit him with telekinesis.
Boom! It smashes into him, smashing him into the wall. He goes, "No! You interrupted me. I wasn't ready." And he passes out.
Okay, so now I dispel the stuff and I destroy the cave.
Yep.
And I teleport to the other end of the universe.
Yeah, you start to cast your gateway. When you get another alert, there is a somewhere in the deeper parts of a nearby dimension, there is a magical disturbance calling upon the need of the Sorcerer Supreme.
I'm starting to see why Dr. Doom isn't here anymore.
So there's now a third thing going on, as your gateway appears and you awaken to a bunch of flames, the sentient flames there, who are bowing down before a giant altar. As they bow, the flames are snuffed out. As you look out upon this place that has 3 stars, at the very edge of the universe, the stars seem to be going dark as you see a gigantic figure start to appear in the very heavens. 3 faces appearing out in all directions as it breathes fire and hellish horrors as demons erupt from its face. The living flames on this desolate wasteland, watching their stars twinkle out of existence, continue to bow down before this demon lord. What do you want to do? There's another option. There's another thing happening in another section of the galaxy, back in the Milky Way galaxy, that you are being called to take care of too. So.
Okay, so I beseech the Vishanti to banish the interloper, hopefully quickly, so I can get to the next place.
They can't do that.
Well, that's literally their magic. Okay.
He's not summoned yet, and you recognize this guy quite easily. His name is Balthazar. He's equivalent to a demon lord, but he's known as a dark god.
Gotcha. Okay, but so they're like the praying is their ceremony essentially.
Seems to be. You don't recognize the spell.
Okay. Well, I call upon Moonaport to cast Vapor Sleep in their area.
Okay. It happens, and oddly enough, you feel bad as you believe you've just snuffed the life out of all these flame beings. There's no loss in karma because you're doing your job as the Sorcerer Supreme, but the last of the race of the living flames are extinguished as the last of their stars dies in front of you. And then you teleport out of here as Balthazar's summoning is stopped. But as you arrive at the other end of the galaxy, it seems as though some friendly wizards has defeated a coven of witches. Green reptilian witches defeated by green reptilian wizards. They say, "Oh, you're the Sorcerer Supreme," and they come over to shake your hand. One of them, they thank you. They have a nice conversation. When suddenly there's another alert back on Earth.
Oh boy. So, as I make a gateway again, I beseech the Vishanti, like, can I get the Eye of Agamotto at least, if this is my job now?
Yeah, you don't get any information. They can't just talk to you like that. You'll need to maybe beseech some sort of entity of knowledge to get an answer of some sort. So, you arrive, and you have seen that you were a little late this time, as the figure looks to have been some sort of high school student who has found a book of magic and has transformed himself into a demon, being possessed by this demon as he drinks his orange juice and wears his cool sunglasses.
So he was a human, but now he's a demon.
He's been possessed by a demon, yes. He says, "Aye!" as he snaps his fingers. "How dare you come to face me? I'm just getting ready to ride my motorcycle. Could you hold off for a little bit?"
I'm afraid that you need to go back.
And he opens his mouth and a burst of hellfire erupts. Roll to dodge.
Roll to dodge. Hey, I'm getting the air again. Woo-hoo.
Okay, well, I rolled a 7, so he shoots the hellfire past your head, and it misses horribly. You blast him with eldritch crystals, which damages the demon, and he goes as he bursts up into a thing of hellfire. You snatch the book, and the kid's laying there. You're feeling pretty tired at this point.
Alright, so I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna teleport home and try and look through whatever items were dropped off.
The demon, as you teleport back home, the water guy's just like, "Master, I've been sending you the alerts as they've come in, but I think we're okay for a little bit."
Okay, what, so Wong, you said dropped all this off?
Yes, he says that often his master would stay here, and he says, "I've drawn the circle for you, and then you can split your consciousness into portions and use your magical abilities to take care of many of these minor threats."
Excellent. Alright.
And you know how you always see Doctor Strange in front of a book floating on over top of like a magical circle?
Yep.
You see the magical circle, and he says, "Would you like any books, Master?"
Sure, yeah, give me some books.
Okay, so you just float there, read some books for a while, and after about an hour, he starts to send you alerts again, and you split off portions of your consciousness through the magical spell to jettison themselves across time and space as they go to the far reaches of the universe, and mostly deal with minor catastrophes that, if they weren't dealt with, could probably result in the deaths of untold billions. And collapses of sections of the reality, but they're pretty easy for you to handle, and you spend a good portion of the time just reading book as you float in that magical circle.
Am I studying spells?
Yeah, whatever you want to do while you're doing it.
Okay, gotcha. Well, alright, I guess I snatch some hours of sleep whenever I can, and I see if Clea will come and visit me and bring, some DNA of Doctor Strange.
You're not able to sleep while you're in the circle, but you are able, if you have the trance skill, you can trance. If you don't have the trance skill, you're likely to collapse from exhaustion pretty soon, after a little while.
Okay. So, note to self, I have 1,000 banked karma. I'm getting the trance skill.
Okay. Yeah, because if you pass out for 8 hours, I mean, it could be bad.
So, did you say it's a skill or is it a spell?
It's a talent.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I'm averting catastrophes right and left as I try and...
Clea and Wong show up and they teach you how to trance. Clea takes over for you for a little bit, but being not currently the Sorcerer Supreme, it's exhausting as whoever is in the circle is given access to greater endurance and talents of sorts while they are the Sorcerer Supreme. It doesn't really affect you in terms of your skills much, but it allows you to use certain powerful magics. Like your gateway across the universe, it's beyond your normal abilities. So
normally I would not be able to do that. Okay, well I spent 500 karma to get trance.
Okay. You know what? While you're doing this, I'm going to say you get 500 karma in the first day of being the Sorcerer Supreme, so you're good. You can just count that as a wash. But things do calm down. It seems like it was a little bit backed up. You get down to a point where you are spending a good portion of your day in the in that circle, but you do have free time again after a little bit. But you're spending a good 12 to 14 hours a day, 12 to 16 hours a day in the circle.
Yay! Alright, well did Clea drop off the DNA?
She does, yes.
Okay, I deliver it to Pandora in some of my free time. Hey, sorry. I've actually sort of got a new job as a superhero, but just tell me when you need help and I'll come if I'm not busy.
What do you mean, new job? Aren't you already a superhero?
Yeah, and then you get an alert that on the far side of the universe, there is somebody summoning the demon Saturnine has already been summoned, and the defenders of that planet have united to face an eldritch horror of untold horrors that is demolishing that planet. So you have to go there physically.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to come along and find out what I mean. Spoiler alert, it's extremely dangerous.
Well, if you think that's dangerous, I'll leave it to you. You're the professional.
Alright. And I make a gateway. And I whisper, it's tech. I'm Tony Stark.
Since you go through it going, weird that he said that.
As you look on the other side, there is some sort of alien space thing with like weird goop trees. They're just like balls that are kind of stuck to like a stick. and then there's a bunch of like weird fuzzy aliens with long ears, casting all sort. It looks like they're casting magical spells and shooting energy beams up at that gigantic monster I just showed you a picture of.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been getting errors because I was trying to roll in supplements again.
Sure.
All right. Well,
I'm
do
gonna
I
be
roll
done in
to
about
find
45
it?
minutes. No, don't worry, you guys. You've got a whole planet with you. You come back really beat up, but you're good to go.
Is it okay?
Okay, cool.
What about our Sonora thing?
Yeah, maybe we'll go to later. All right. There we go.
I like that they edited out what was originally on the image.
What was it?
I assume his genitals.
No, that's actually part of his outfit.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was fancy editing.
No.
Oh, I forgot all about that little hand because I was about to
Okay, Pandora, you're up.
Yep. Well, it's being given this DNA sample. What is the DNA sample she's been given?
Middle-aged man,
I'm just fixing
middle-aged white man, from some sort of Northern European descent, mixed Northern European descent. That's what you get.
Yeah. So using like the test lab.
No.
Not a superhuman at all.
Yeah, she like makes sure it's nice and stored away in some glass, and then she needs to spend an hour studying it. Now, this is where we get into the fun of like, what's definition?
You while you're doing that, you are doing this on your lab time of your evening work. So
So technically, for the power to work, I must study a life form, and then I only need a green result to get it. But this is a DNA sample, so what do we...
I would say this is not a life form. This is a DNA sample, so we will bump the difficulty up to a yellow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, she'll spend an hour studying this thing to see if it's even possible.
I'm not going to.
So I need to make
You don't
a
want to do it.
check.
Okay,
I wants to read it.
go for it.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's good.
Nice. You are able to quickly analyze it, yeah, and then with your powers, you're good. I mean, you've got a good analysis, so.
Yeah. So she does this, and she recognizes that her whatever internal genetic library she uses, which she doesn't really understand it herself, has acknowledged and accepted this DNA. So I have to put Dr. Strange in my life form creation now. As he is one of my 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, my 6 possible slots. I could like remove these things, replace them with other things, but currently I have Dr. Strange in the list.
Perfect.
And this does weird Bethany out as well, because she's never done this with a person before, and the fact that it worked is a little disturbing.
Yeah, it's probably going to be weirder when you actually finish this, so.
Yeah.
This is even harder than
It's gonna be weirder when you watch a human essentially dissolve in front of you every now and again as well, until you get it permanent.
Yeah, so what are you going to do now, Bethany?
With that sorted, I'll privately store away the DNA sample, but don't share your DNA kit. And then she is gonna spend time focusing on her studies and this lab work, as she has been quite stressed out with the heroic stuff. It's not been going well, and she reckons she probably needs to talk to a more experienced superhero and their contacts know how to track down the Pangaea. So she's hopeful. She's not sure about Eryn. She's not sure if that person is Eryn, but he's the current contact with superhero society. So it's the best she's got.
Okay. So after a while, I assume in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. So wait, does Eryn know your secret identity? I mean,
I think yeah, she would have told him.
Okay, I was about to say because he would probably he apparently either did that, knows your secret identity, or read your mind, so he could show up to you and hand it to you in the lab.
Well, they gave her a phone.
Oh, okay. So he called her in advance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he can find her whenever he wants.
Okay, he calls you about 3 a.m. while you're sleeping. And he's Eryn, you're free again. So there you can check up on the DNA sample, I guess.
Hey, I had a free moment. Just thought I'd give you a call. Have you had any luck with that?
The trance is really messing with your sleep pattern. You're really not sure if it's day or night, Eryn.
Excellent.
I'm sorry,
What?
Do you know what time it is?
I don't know. No, it's
Master,
busy o'clock.
I believe it's 3 o'clock.
He's like, okay, how can I help?
I was just wondering if you had any luck with that DNA sample.
Oh, yeah, yes, it can work.
Well, that really lifts my spirits to hear. I'm really glad to hear that.
And something like explodes in the background.
All right. Well,
you've got
I
like 5 magical evil artifacts that the water demon is trying to figure out where to store in the background. One of them pulls out an eldritch tentacle, and he's like, help me, master. As it tries to pull him into the book.
You hear things like slamming around. Oh, you just hear me acting nonchalant about it. Like, okay, well, I do have some stuff here, but I'm gonna definitely have one of our techies see what they can find about the gangs. I honestly probably would have done that earlier, but I've been kind of busy. Once again, if you're ever interested in seeing what I do for a living.
And while Eryn's saying that, you get a telepathic ping from a sorcerer, and he's like, "Sorcerer Supreme, I need your help. There's an unholy horde of gremlins, which that is forced into here and is fighting us. I don't know if we can do it." And gremlins are very low magical enemies, Eryn. So, yeah.
She goes, that's kind of you to offer, but I actually need to focus on my studies at the moment, so I'll take you up on the team up another time.
All right. Well, I better get. I just got a notification. I better get to handling it.
No, the Vishanti didn't send you a notification. They didn't think it was important enough for the Sorcerer Supreme. This is just a guy calling you up and being like, "Hey, we need some help."
Wait, can people reach out to me like that?
Yeah, you guys did it to Doctor Strange all the time.
I just assumed I knew Doctor Strange.
No. Yeah, everybody reached out. It was like always call Doctor Strange. So
you're on the speed dial for everybody.
You're on speed dial for everybody now.
Yay! Well, I guess I'll go ahead and trance and just send over like a clone or whatever.
Okay,
whatever
while
it
you're
is.
doing that, you get another one that some of the gods in a far-off world have went mad and have decided to descend upon that world and demolish it and the solar system. So, priorities, maybe?
Okay, well, yeah, I handle that, and I tell them, hey, you're gonna have to figure it out. I'm busy.
Alright. Pandora. You rest for the evening, and the next morning comes up. Do you want to attempt to bring Doctor Strange? Okay, so it's the 30th. Do you remember how many days you had, Eryn? You might want to pass that information along too.
Yeah, I can't recall because...
You had 100, I just don't remember what day you died on.
I mean, do we have a specific date that happened in the records?
That's what I'm looking for, but I couldn't remember. I was hoping you had it.
Yeah. No, all I remember it was we were in, like, India.
Yeah.
Back when Benny Best failed his roles.
Yeah. That was 27 days ago. So you have 73 days left.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, that's only been that long since we went and got bamboozled by the High Evolutionary and...
Yeah, it's been a busy March.
Seriously. So yeah, she'll actually call up on the phone because she was kind of expecting that they would have like some sort of lab to do this. She doesn't really want to like perform ethically questionable human cloning in her university.
Gadgeteer will come pick you up in his in the private jet. Yeah.
Yeah, she like requests like, can you not pick me up like anywhere near my university?
He's like, don't worry, the jet's invisible.
How do you avoid crashing into things? Or being crashed into?
Science.
Never mind.
You don't want to know. Nobody ever wants to hear how these things work.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, so she'll come to the base to do this, like, take the weekend away from, first opportunity away from her studies.
Yeah, let's see what March 30th was on 2022, because we're 2 years behind.
Yeah. Let's see what day it is.
That was a Wednesday.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, the travel time's quick, it's alright.
Yeah.
Just go there, spend all your hit points, and then go home.
Yeah. So yeah, we pop over early in the morning. She's like, right, let's try this.
Okay, make your rolls. You gotta spend like max level.
Attendance to watch this horrific crime against humanity.
Gadgeteer has a bunch of like devices set up to study it, and then he's like got his notepad and a pen out.
Yeah. He's like, all right, this might be a little disturbing. I've never done it with a person before, so okay.
Let's go. Woo!
Here
Science.
we
High
go.
five.
First roll. First slot of health. It's not actually bad. I might karma that if I can. That depends on you. Can I karma these rolls? It's technically not a failure. This does work.
I would say normally no. Because that's getting permanent stuff is pretty bad. I will allow it in this situation though, just so we don't have to. Well, I mean, maybe we should just to see how many days it takes. What do you guys think? put this to the group decision.
What do you think? How many melting babies do you want in the base?
I mean,
I'm not in the base
melting
though.
babies.
They dissolve into
Well,
goo when they're done.
Yeah, my creations only have a small chance of being permanent. Otherwise they just
What do you have to get?
evaporate horrifically into goo.
Do you have to get a 95 or a 99?
I can get like a 98, I think.
What is your rank?
So this is a reason roll. I have to.
Oh, so you need to get a 95. You need to get a 95.
Let me confirm that.
I will say, you gotta roll until you're out of powers, and then if you want to do it on the last roll of the day, you can spend karma on that one. That seems...
What if he just gets better specifically at this, and then it just goes one rank up each time he tries?
I
no,
don't
so
think
this
so,
is
but
the
I would
actual-
say if you want to, like, I'm going to stick with what I was saying. Like, if you want to spend it on the last roll of the day when you're about to be out of health, you can, but that way we can see how many days
That
this
seems
takes.
more.
Yeah. So
And it'll take minimum
so
one
this
day,
is-
because I don't think you're going to pop one of these out in the first try. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So this is actually on the good rank, so it is a 99 or 100.
Okay. So that's 10 points of health, right?
Yep.
Okay, how many rolls can you make?
Like a 1% chance.
I can make where I'm still like comfortable and don't think I'll die from a random event. Probably 20 times.
Okay, there we go. You can just roll 19 more rolls then at once, and if any of those are 99 or 100s.
So that would.
Yeah, so when
Well,
you
actually,
get
roll
that
18 of them. Roll 18 of them, and then the 19th one we'll roll separately. That way we can get a random number, and it won't, because otherwise it'll organize it from highest to lowest.
Yeah. So if I do 18
D100.
100.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, that's
first
actually a
one,
really
very
low
close.
average.
Yeah.
That last one doesn't even work.
Yeah. So, 18 tries later, you're looking horrible. You're just like malnourished and exhausted, and you are.
Like,
None of them have
babies
been successful.
everywhere.
Yeah, there's just piles of blood and goo at this point. Gadget here is looking a little pale to the face as he is not looking well. And he's like, he looks over at you and he goes, "That was horrible."
I didn't say it was going to be good. This stuff, I'm not too familiar with the power. It just makes temporary cellular stuff.
Yeah, but none of them have been even remotely stable. And they were very, even the longest lasting ones. How long do the longest lasting ones have last? Like hours, right?
Yeah.
Like he looks over at some of the longest lasting ones that are still alive. He's like, they're not even crying or anything. They all sit there with like,
They don't have a soul.
yeah, they all sit there with like dead soulless eyes.
Just like a construct. Ugh.
Well, at least we know that they don't come with their own soul that we have to figure out what to do with.
Exactly. I was gonna say. Now it's not a crime against God, just nature.
Alright, one last roll.
I'm really glad that Ralph is not here for this. I think that he would be rather upset.
Okay, do you want to spend karma on this one?
Yeah. Let's spend the karma on this one.
Do you have a team karma pool, guys?
Yeah, we do.
We did.
How much karma's in it?
Oh, who's keeping track of that?
I feel like I probably was, but that was on my old laptop. I don't know. We want to say that we each had 30 karma in there, Jake? That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you should put it on Obsidian Portal, and then it would be findable.
I will put that on the team page. Do we have a page for our team?
You know what? I don't know if we do. Nope, never made one. You should make one.
I'll do it right now.
Okay, so we can just say you pull it from the team karma pool.
That'll be 60 karma.
Okay.
The whole increment.
And we're gonna say we've got 30 seems good. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 180, 210, 240. So we'll just round it up to an even 250 in the karma pool. And I think the karma pool's max is something probably not that high, so wasn't it way lower than that? But anyways, we'll just say it's 250, and when it gets down below the max, that's where it won't be able to go back above it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Doctor Strange baby is stabilized on the last attempt as Gadgeteer looks at it and goes, the vital signs are good, as it's like floating in a tank, like a Bacta tank. And he says the vital signs are good and it's not showing clone deterioration symptoms like the others. He hands you a juice box. He says it's good for the brain.
Yeah, she's like looking around, and probably like this is probably like not what Gadgeteer wants to hear, but she goes like, "She got like a burger or something in here. I need like I feel a bit protein to this."
He looks at the floating vats of human flesh, and he goes, "Maybe in the kitchen." Alright, so you walk over into the kitchen and a little kid is sitting there. She looks really upset and lonely. She goes, "Hello? Who are you?"
Hello, little child. I'm Pandora.
She says, nice to meet you. What are you doing in my kitchen?
I was just getting a bite to eat. She's like looking around, looking for like, where's this small child's guardian? Why is she in here?
My name's Ira. And she gets up and comes to shake your hand.
Yeah, she shakes it, going, "Well, nice to meet you, Ira. You know they got any food in the fridge? I was making some stuff and I'm just very hungry now."
She goes, "Yeah, we got food. I can get it for you. I'm good at making my own food."
Oh shoot, what happened to her since Delilah's dead?
She's been living at the base more or less by herself. Gadgeteer doesn't have a lot of interest in kids.
I feel like Ralph would have tried to like take care of her either Xavier Institute or like brought her home to his place, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He didn't really do any of that. He immediately went off to meet with his family, and then he got sucked into a city. And I don't think he really remembered.
Just because I forgot about her.
Yeah.
I think he's like at dinner and he's like, "Oh crap, the kid."
No, I don't think he remembers. There's no way. I think the kid wasn't his responsibility, really. He'd have barely had any interactions with her.
We probably would have had her at the funerals that we held for Delilah and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Eryn, you have been still taking her back and forth to school in the morning, but yeah.
We probably need to step up our game on that one.
Miss Amazing is you're living in your house, but no, I don't think anybody else is. So.
All right, we'll put that on the agenda right after Doctor Strange Baby. We'll put that on the agenda. What did we say our superhero team name was? Were we the Exiles or the Defenders?
Exiles.
We were the exiles.
She says, what do you want to have? And she smiles at you.
Just anything with like a lot of meat.
Okay. She runs over to the corner and gets out like a little step stool and then puts it down and then walks up to the second step on it and then opens up their freezer and then carries it back down and walks over to the other side. And she says, Gadgeteer buys me whatever I want to eat.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, we have hamburgers. He cooks sometimes too. And he says, we have soup a lot.
Sweet.
Toast too.
Child.
She goes, oh, you want some toast?
It's like, sure.
She puts it out and she makes some toast in the toaster as she's like heating up hamburger meat. And she says, Gadgeteer doesn't buy buns, so you gotta have bread for your sandwich. He says it's a waste of money and that it doesn't make any sense why you would buy two different kinds of bread. They're all the same bread, is what he says. And he goes, you want peanut butter on it and honey? He says, that's good for your brain.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And she comes over with a piece of bread with honey and butter, peanut butter on it, and that's been toasted, and hands it to you, and goes over there and
my hunger just down like.
Hey, you just like
hours
eat the peanut butter out of the jar.
yeah, eats as she finished cooking the hamburger and hands it to you. It's just a hamburger on 2 pieces of bread.
Yeah. Just assume that.
We don't have ketchup. I wish we did, but Gadgeteer keeps forgetting to buy it.
See if I can remember any next time I come.
That'd be great. Maybe some cheese too. She looks at you like desperately. Gadgeteer walks in at that point and says, oh, hey, Ira. Do you want some soup? I'm getting hungry. But I don't think I can. And he smells the meat and his face gets a little green. He goes, maybe we'll wait a little bit. He walks back out.
It's like, maybe I'm vegan now.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that incredibly exhausting time, you'll have to ask to go back and try to study while severely malnourished.
Ira looks at you and says, you're a nice person. Come back whenever you want.
Thank you. You're nice too.
Do you want to go home? I think Gadgeteer is, well, he's in the lab doing something.
Yes, I'll go see him. I got to continue my studies.
It's okay. He doesn't like it when you interrupt him when he's in his lab.
I figure.
And she goes, where do you live?
That's poor.
Well, I live on a campus in London.
She says, okay. And then you hear like horrible screams of the damned as she waves like a demonic tentacle that rips out of her back. And a portal opens up. She says, there you go.
Is that like...
And then like the souls of the people that are like made out of the portal are like trying to claw their way desperately out of the edges.
Yeah, she's like... That must be because I used too much of that power. It's weird.
Are we the bad guys?
But this is why...
Yes, we are, my friend.
This is why we're called the Exiles, and not that everybody likes us.
She smiles at you really.
Exiles, no one else
She smiles at you really big, and she says, "Are you not going home?
She's like,
You want to spend the night?"
Yeah, she'll step through it.
Oh, okay, bye. She looks sad as you walk away. She waves at you as the figures of the souls try to rip themselves away and desperately crawl across the ground to try to pull away. But as the gateway shuts, they just get sucked back in.
Excellent. And just a 12-minute reminder that I need to
Oh yeah. So
go for.
yeah, we'll wrap up there then. So autopsy. You are going back to your family, and you meet up with them.
Going back home.
And Victoria's there. She says, "Ralph," and she comes over, gives you a hug and a kiss. Says,
Hey, sorry about that.
What are you trying to do?"
We just want to oh, no.
We'll go in a minute. 10 minutes.
No,
Apologize to
Go for
her
it.
for being late.
You've been gone for 2 days.
I haven't touched the last 2 days. Yeah. Me and the Black Hole went to recover Evie from the bottom of the ocean and went to Futon City to see if we could get any leads on preparing her. And
Yeah,
actually,
Black Hole brought back
to be honest, I don't even
the
remember why we
brought
went.
back the pieces to Futin. He's been working on it. He's almost done, I think.
Well, we found something else there as well, and then he'll explain to her what happened. That Futon put Hartford, Connecticut in a bottle, and that he was trapped there for 2 days. Finally figured out how to get out, and they're working on getting the rest of the people out. He just kind of gives her the summary of it.
She goes, "Wow."
So in conclusion, I'm really sorry I missed the last couple days, but
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
found a way to
mean,
get those people.
all those people in Hartford, they were killed so tragically and for no reason.
yeah, it was really horrible. One of the great tragedies of our country, to be honest.
She
He doesn't say
nods.
that. He just nods, sympathetically. Puts her hand on there. He's
Yeah,
like,
she gives him a hug. She says, "I know you tried your best to stop him, and if it hadn't been for you and your friends, that he should still be out there. So, well, hopefully these people can get back to their lives."
I'd like to just try and right a terrible wrong that's been done. Anyways, what's been going on here? How you doing, sweetie?
Yeah, things have been pretty normal here. She's doing her stuff. Most of her stuff is related to her racing career now, and some
She's no
ownership.
longer like an active shield agent, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Futin's been doing
And
well.
remember-
He's been doing well in classes. Been coming by and spending the night the last couple nights, so he should be here today. He's got his stuff set up in his room. He said,
I wonder.
when you show back up, you're welcome to go take a look."
Okay. Well, I'll go say hi to him.
Okay.
You ever get
You
something
walk
you
into
like?
his room, and it's been transformed into this giant high-tech laboratory, and Evie is under in a bunch of grips. It's like pieces of her has been disassembled, and she's being worked on.
Cool. Is Futon there, or is it just his?
No, he's not here at the moment.
Yeah, Ralph will just kind of look at it, not touch anything, because we don't want to mess anything up. He'll look at Evie and kind of put his hand out and be like, "Sorry, old friend. We'll stay out of Wondergore." Wondergore?
Yeah, Wondergore. Yeah. You go hang out there, go to bed that evening. Futin doesn't show up, but on the 30th that evening, on Wednesday night, he does.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you guys chat and catch up, and he says by the end of the week he should have Evie back up and running. The casing protected her memory, so there shouldn't even be any significant memory loss.
You sure knew how to make a good product.
It wasn't
Speaking
me.
of,
It wasn't me. That was somebody
We,
else. I don't really understand how it all works, but it's a lot easier to repair something than it is to build it.
sure. But what do you think about being able to reverse engineer something, and then he'll explain about the dome in the trap city.
He
Because we've got
will.
Gadgeteer working on it.
He'll need to come by over the weekend. Is what he says, and when he can take a significant, real look at it. It sounds
All right,
complicated.
we'll bring the jet, pick you up.
He'll just fly there or teleport. He
Does
hands
he
you
have a
one.
teleporter?
He hands you one of the discs from Futon City.
Oh, I remember these.
Yeah, I collected. He says, "Yeah, Ralph, I collected a bunch of these when I went down there."
And when did he go down there?
When he artificially aged himself up the last time.
Oh, he had to go down there to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this teleporter disc do? Does it take you like just to the base as like a set location?
He he gestures at the one on his floor, and he says they go between each other.
Very nice. All right. Ralph will like click it into his belt.
Yeah, he says, I've got this one set up at a campus, and then this one, and he pulls out another one. It's tuned to that one, and we'll just set it over there next to the potted plant beside the TV. The one Victoria has. As he tries to describe the specific potted plant in your living room.
Yeah, you're the one right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll put it right there, and you can just. He goes over there and he says, "Here's how you turn it on and off." And there's like a flip switch on the back, like a light switch.
Oh, good. He made it simple for me.
Yeah. And so you flip it on and off, and then you can use it.
I think I can manage that. All right, thanks, buddy. Yeah, okay. Come on by. The people of Hartford are going to put it to a vote. See who wants to leave and who wants to stay.
No, that's not what the mayor said. Once you can get him out, he'll put it to a vote. He doesn't want to give people hope. And not be able to follow through.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
You might want to play Lego.
Okay. Then I'll just forget I said that.
Lego people.
Yeah, and then I'll
5
touch
minutes. I'll
base
help you.
with everyone on the team too, and see how they're doing. Apologize for being gone.
So
Explain
you
what was
fly
happening.
and deliver the Exile one, and as you come in, it's late in that evening. Gadgeteer is there, and he says, "Hey, Autopsy, look at this," and he leads you into one of the labs. He says, "I've been working on it, stabilized it. It's getting the nutrients it needs." And you see maybe a 6 months old infant floating in a tube of goo.
What?
Says, "Yeah, it's Doctor Strange. All we got to do is figure out a way to make him older."
His hands up to the glass. Dr. Strange, how?
And Eryn says we got to put his soul in here too.
Where do you have his soul, Eryn?
I'm not Eryn. I'm Gadgeteer.
Oh, I thought you said.
He reaches up and puts his hand on your forehead. And he says, "You feeling okay, Autopsy?"
Alright, good. Just it's been a lot going on the last couple days here.
Yeah. Yeah, we met some girl who has some sort of ability to make people.
Alright, give me the details on that. We gotta keep an eye on that.
And you see the incinerator running at like high speeds. For some reason.
Yeah, there's like the detective part of him that's like kind of like and he just like squashes it. He's like, "Nope, you're not even gonna go there. Don't even go there."
So there is a call put forward. Pangaea and Eryn and Autopsy, Gadgeteer and Pandora. You guys are all on a call together as you guys exchange the information about Doctor Strange's new baby body.
Yeah.
And
yes, it was a bit of work. I've never tried anything of this level before, but eventually it became stable. I don't know that I can.
Who are you?
I'm Pandora.
she's the girl that makes people, says Gadgeteer.
It's not. It's like hops a bit.
Make people.
I don't make people.
Eryn chimes in.
Clone.
That's not really
Clone
your
people.
ability.
Clone people.
I didn't even know I could do that until like a couple of days ago.
I mean, I
it's not-
don't mean to be awkward or put you in a proper place, but people can make people. It's part of our God-given design, and
Not like
you're
that.
saying that
Me, I
surrogate?
just
Oh,
like
okay,
shoots
okay,
them out
sorry.
of her body in his goo, and then they form into people.
I can.
And
like,
animals.
make-
She says animals too.
Yes, it was mostly with animals. I've never tried a person before.
Oh, I see. Well, and Eryn, I understand that you have his soul. That we can put the soul.
His out of phase existence, yes.
Yeah, Clea has it right now, but I'm still working on the spell to transfer it. I mean, I'm still working on the technology to transfer it.
But what do you mean technology? How do you manipulate technology? It's magic, isn't it? Is that what you do?
No, nobody thinks I do magic. What are you talking about?
Oh, everybody on the team thinks you do magic, except for...
I'm sure I know that you do magic. I'm pretty sure.
You can see her kind of roll her eyes a bit on the call. She's kind of thinking, wow, this
I
superhero.
thought that Iron Man's suit was cool. I didn't think that was actually technology.
You
gotta
she's like,
stab.
man, I thought Autopsy was like a really big superhero, but he doesn't even know how tech works.
Yeah, that's
Gadgeteer's like,
Yeah.
I mean, Eryn, you've been telling us you were a sorcerer for. I mean, what about all those books and the magic and the magical detector I built?
Anyway,
Yeah, you're like friends with Doctor Strange. Don't tell me you guys are talking about computer games here.
I mean, you helped me make the magic detector. Is this all a lie?
What's going on here? I've gone for 2 days, and you're cloning babies, and you're lying about magic. Can't handle the lies, Eryn.
I can't play. I can't play.
Regardless,
Yes.
I'm working on a way to get his soul moved in.
Okay. Well,
Excellent.
I think, where do you gotta go?
Well, you know Atlantis?
Yes?
We're going to their enemies.
Okay, well, maybe we should... How did that go last time? Didn't you say you went there before?
Yeah, I went alone, and let's just say I got eaten by a giant monkey.
Well, maybe we should call the exiles together to go do it.
I agree.
Alright. And I'll hit the button. Sends a little beep 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 beep.
Yeah,
out to
everybody's
everybody.
pager rings, and Pandora, your
Oh,
thing
the
rings, and you realize they gave you the exiles phone. It's the only kind of phone they have, so...
Branded.
Gadgeteer says, so is Pandora on the team now?
Pandora, are you on the team?
If you need me, I'm willing to help. I'm new at this whole thing, but I've got powers, and well, I can use them.
Gadgeteer says, do we want a breathing apparatuses, or are you just going to cast a magic spell on us again?
We'll do both for good measure.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
like
not-
breathing apparatus. I had an issue with a fight underwater recently.
Yeah, I say for
think
good
we should
measure, let's do both.
Okay. I'll get to work on those.
Are you accepting them saying
Then
the
that
word
gives us
spell, Pandora?
the opportunity to have like cool team uniforms.
So, however you want to describe your like patented secret tech.
I
Alright.
should have everything done by the 1st, says the Gadgeteer.
Excellent. That should be great. That'll
Alright.
give me time to make some preparations of my own.
Okay, and we will call it there. Before we go, Karma. You know what? I'm just gonna
Eryn
give.
saved the new universe like 4 times.
I'm gonna give everybody 120 karma this week. I think we'll just call it that amount for everybody. I think that seems good. I don't think there's anything
How much?
too specific that needs to be handed out. If you have anything you want to spend karma on, let me know. Update your character sheets, please. Other than that,
How much that you were given?
what?
Did you say you were giving out? I did. You
120.
when you said that for me.
120. 120. So,
And how long until the first?
2 days. So,
2 days, okay.
during the next 2 days, you are super busy, Eryn. But then, on morning of the 1st, Dr. Doom appears in the realm, at your front door and knocks, and we'll end that one there. And then Autopsy on the first, Gadgeteer and Futin that evening. It's a Friday, so they are talking about the city, and they're looking concerned. Pangaea, honestly, things are going pretty well for you. There's very few issues. You've made some new enemies, but you are called into the police station as Kim Kurteki wants to speak to you when he's giving his statement about the incident. And Pandora, you have your research into the gangs have panned out something as you began to patrol the area. A woman with blonde hair and a very fit body and stops you along your patrol in the middle of the night and steps out of her limousine.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
And that's where we'll call it.
All right, very good.
Oh,
All right, it was fun, guys. I'll talk to you later.
One other thing for you, James, as you are, as we're doing all that. Also, there is a kind of a flash over, and we see Delilah and Valkyrie in Hella's hell, and they're kind of looking around as they are kind of fleeing from some sort of creature that is chasing them through hell, as they call it in the Norse.
Very good, very good.
Alright, we'll call it there.